Where is it?
Press play the music that you want.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining in today.
I'm Anthony. This is KC, and this is the Facts on JW.
Hello, Happy Thoughts. Hello, Jay, Maverick. Thanks for joining in. And Jeff. Hey, Jeff. So we appreciate you coming on today on a wonderful Sunday. So we chose somewhere in the middle. We've done 5 p.m., 4 p.m. So we said, okay, we're going to do somewhere in the middle, 4:30 today. So we're trying that. And hopefully that's a decent time for everyone. And hopefully you can hear us okay. We've got the microphone on. And today we basically just wanted to stay up to date on all of the JW news. Of course, we've already talked about their changes with the toasting. And there's also the CSA, continuation lawsuits. There are their lawsuits on the shunning policy, certain countries like Norway, which have deemed them a violation of human rights.
Hey, Maverick.
And so it's kind of a continuation. And some of the things we've thought is this a rebranding of Jehovah's Witnesses? Could this go in a different direction? We've already seen quite a few changes. They like your t-shirt.
Hey, Pep.
Van Halen, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
Hi, Pep. Hi, CJ. Did you ever get your t-shirt, by the way, CJ? We sent it, but we don't know.
CJ.
So we think there may be like some rebranding going on.
Happy Thoughts.
Yeah. Of course, they've changed. Big fan of Eddie. Oh, Eddie Van Halen.
And Michael Anthony as well. I'm a bass player. So.
Oh, I got to make sure okay. Apparently I've got to.
What is it?
This? The battery's dying. Not sure why. Thought it was plugged in. Here, just.
Yeah, it's plugged in. Let's see.
It's not. Okay.
Oh, it's not here. Hold on.
Yeah.
I see.
Gotta plug it. Sorry, we gotta change the battery here. Sorry.
You're making a mess. Here, slide over this way.
We gotta change this battery or plug in the battery here because it's apparently not working. It's still not working. Okay. That's weird. It's not, the battery's not working. All right, let me try something else. Try this. Sorry, guys, we just noticed that our battery is about to die.
There you go.
Okay, so it doesn't work. That is weird. Okay, we want to make sure that you can hear us, though, because I did plug in the microphone.
Now you got to see beyond the veil.
Sorry. Beyond the veil. I like that.
The wizard.
Yeah. When are they going to let sisters wear beards? Right. That's another thing. Hey, Bon JW, thanks for joining in.
5150. Yeah, I like the Van Hagar era as well. I like both eras a lot.
Oh, Jeff thought it was a Virginia Tech t-shirt. It kind of does look that way. Like a V and a T. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but their colors like black and white or black and gold or something.
But it looks like a V and a T. The way it goes like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So where's the H in there?
Yeah, it's right there.
I'll be checking the post office tomorrow. Okay, thanks, CJ.
What's the other lady's name? Do you know? That got the t-shirt?
Is she Esther?
Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah, she got it.
Okay.
Okay. So, and then of course, like what you were saying, Born JW, referring to the rebranding, they allowing the men to have beards, laxed on dress code, don't have to count time unless you're a pioneer. And then also like you can actually go up to somebody who's fellowship and say hello. I mean, this is crazy. So this is definitely not, this is a Jehovah's Witness today is not what it was even a few years ago. I can't imagine my grandparents being alive today and they would look around and be like, what religion is this?
Yeah.
Because they would never see a man with a beard. They wouldn't see women wearing pants.
Don't have to worry about your time.
Yeah, that is unheard of. Also, they would never, ever toast. In fact, I actually had a post about this not long ago, referring to one of their articles in the Watchtower of 2007, stating that toasting was it was the same as asking for help from heaven. And
no fairy lights 2 months out of the year. Yeah.
Oh, right. With those exceptions, right? So if it doesn't make sense to change from that.
Pep, to answer your question, where it's heading, down the tubes, man, because what's happening is all these lawsuits for the CSA cases are going to be hitting, just as they done Brumley, and they did not give him a wash clean on his bill. They actually found that he was guilty of lying to the court systems, and he owes $150,000 to Montana, and and that depends on if they're going to turn him into the bar. Could lose his bar. There's a lot of things going on there with him, and that's the same thing getting ready to happen with the Watchtower. As all of these CSA cases hit, and they keep having to pay out millions and millions of dollars. Let's take a look at it. At best, only worth $2 billion. $2 billion ain't doo-doo anymore. I mean, the Catholic Church is worth billions, hundreds of billions, and they had to close down dioceses because of this mess. Yeah. So, the Watchtower has more cases than the Catholic Church did already. So with that in mind, think of where they're going.
Yeah.
So I just keep telling people this, just watch. And here's the thing, it moves like a turtle, but when it finishes hitting, they won't be a Watchtower. So their $1 billion industry or their $2 billion industry ain't nothing.
Oh, hi, Pomo Sapien.
Oh, I love that.
A long time viewer, first time posting on an exjw video, actually. Okay.
All right. Well, glad that you posted here. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. We really appreciate that.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So we see the direction that the Watchtower is headed does not look good, does it?
No, it doesn't look good at all. Yeah. And then Maverick said it's totally different, and I've been out 13 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So it wasn't that long ago, really, really, I would say the changes started more recent years. Like, well, of course, last year is when the big changes really were noticeable.
Jay?
Hey. And then it all started with the overlapping generation. That's another thing.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
It's like they started with we'll call it a rebranding when the overlapping generation started. Yeah. Because that just, again, doesn't make any sense. It's supposed to be about this generation shall not pass away, the generation of 1914.
Oh, happy heretic. Hey.
Yes. Hello, happy heretic from Holland. Good evening to you. Evening. And then
yeah, Brumley got egg on his face. You got it.
Thanks for joining, Esther. I hope you got your t-shirt.
Esther's here.
Hi, Jay.
Hey, Esther.
You're back. And Brumley got egg on his face. And that is true. And the Borg, yes. I have been out just over 6 years, and the cold is not the same. That is for sure. Received my package last week.
Oh, okay.
Yay. I'm so glad you got it, Esther.
Yes. Okay.
And, so something I just wanted to, I found this quote about the Cheers thing that I actually wrote this 2 months ago. How ironic, that they ended up changing their view on it. And so I had no idea this was even going to happen. But their Watchtower of 2007, which I think other YouTube channels have mentioned this one. Toasting today may not be viewed by many as a religious gesture. Still, there are valid reasons why Christians do not share in toasting, which has a religious background and even now can be viewed as asking heaven for a blessing, as if seeking aid from a superhuman force. So that's what they claim, that, it's negative, that we should not be asking for supernatural help why not? First of all, oh well, that's okay. But no longer means that anymore. It just means it's just a nice gesture. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it'll shake them to being in non-existence.
Do you think the cheers have to do with the Wayne brothers interview? The Wayne brothers.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that. Are you?
No, I didn't know about their interview, which I think that aren't they Jehovah's Witnesses?
I don't know.
The twins.
Oh, I know you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah, the twin brother. I think they're Wayne or something.
Yeah, that's
their
right.
last name. But I don't know about this interview.
Yeah, birthdays. I agree with everybody on that. Wally, Gilman, Mike, everybody. The birthdays are next.
Yeah, possibly, but it's still based on pagan. So how can it be okay? Exactly. So that's the thing with birthdays. If they consider it a pagan origin, then no, I don't think
Birthdays have nothing to do with pagan origin, though.
Well,
just two people in the Bible died.
Yeah, but they will say that it does. They kind of double talk on that one. So there's two things. Birthdays, they say that you have to always give glory to God. So you should not honor someone when you should honor God always.
Cheers.
That's one thing, is the reason why they say no birthdays. The other is they say that there were only 2 stories in the Bible that mention birthdays, and in both times somebody got murdered. So that means bad, you know. Okay, that doesn't mean everybody gets murdered on their birthday. So that, and then I do believe, and I'd have to check this because I always had trouble really comprehending this whole no birthday thing, but they do say that there is a pagan source behind it, but I don't know what pagan source that is, because again, that was always the one that I could not really get my head around, other than what I just mentioned, is that you always give glory to God. But I don't know about the pagan origin. But if there is any pagan origin behind it, they will not do it.
No practicality in the birthdays.
Yeah. So yeah, if it's based on any kind of pagan belief behind it, what they believe is pagan, then no, it's not going to happen. I don't believe. Oh, well, thank you, Esther. Man.
Oh, Esther, you're so sweet.
So wonderful.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow. She is so sweet.
Yes. Thank you so much, Esther. You're so kind. And yes, Watchtower is a different religion than when you got baptized, born JW. Exactly. Me too. Watchtower broke the contract. I might have to disfellowship them. I love it. I love it. You are funny. So, okay. Esther says, excited to catch you guys live again. Keep up the good work. This is an excellent way to spend a Sunday afternoon. You two are clever and fun, albeit while discussing serious topics. You guys rock. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
You are so sweet. And we try. I mean, of course, we don't always, it's hard to always know like exactly what to talk about. And yeah, you're right. Because unfortunately, it is a negative.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's a negative religion, and it has a lot of baggage and a lot of damage that it creates. But if we can find a way to come together and help people to cope with it in a positive way.
You might be right on that one, Pep. Physically and mentally out.
The amount of Kingdom Halls they sold, they might have a lot
sapien.
of cheers.
I love that.
Yes, that is true, CJ.
I've been out since 2022.
Well, are you talking?
No, you go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying I've been out since 2022, but my mom, brother, and sister are still in. Oh.
Are still in. Okay.
Yeah. Got into mostly civil debates.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with mom and sis last night about the toasting hypocrisy.
I'd like to know more about that, Pomo, because I want to know what their view is on that. Pep says, I have a theory that they will start celebrating birthdays and then start celebrating Jesus's birthday in October. It will be another one of their unique doctrines. Well, that'll be interesting to see if that happens.
Thank you, Esther, for reminding us. Everybody,
Oh, thank you.
hit the like button. If you hadn't subscribed, subscribe
Yeah.
and ring the bell.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Esther.
Tune
You're
up your
so
mind.
sweet.
Hi. Thanks for joining in.
Oh, tune up your mind. I hadn't saw in a while.
Yes. Thank you, CJ. Happy Thoughts Talking helps with healing. Some are left totally alone. I know. It's really sad. I mean, I went through a rough time, but I got over it. And, you know, time, it's the whole saying, time heals all wounds. I believe that is true. Yeah, just it takes time. The angels in heaven rejoiced over Jesus's birth. So now the governing body has decided that even though birthdays have some pagan origins, we are not going to make a rule on celebrating birthdays. That would be a really good one, especially if Let said it.
Yeah, no doubt.
That would be funny.
Let's see.
So we could talk about Watchtower lies
that
that made us happy when we found out. Yeah, that would be good, right? Yeah, because I mean, in the end, I mean, it's kind of like you find out that you've been lied to, and that hurts. But then later, you're like, oh, I'm free.
Homo sapien.
When I showed them the article still on the org site about the origins of toasting, they just said they don't want to talk about it. Exactly. So it's just put out of sight, out of mind. I brought to their attention how this paves the way for celebrating birthdays and Mother's Day and Father's Day. That's what we all think. You know, all of us ex-witnesses believe the same way.
You know, how can you still be a witness today if you believed at what they said and you really followed it and really believed it and see all the changes and not think, well, this is just man-made bullcrap?
Yeah. So there's Charles Russ. Oh yes, I do know about this. Watchtower 1881.
February, yeah.
New view of truth never can contradict a former truth. New light never extinguishes old light. It adds to it. Yes, and I do remember reading that article. But he also was okay. Russell was okay with celebrating Jesus's birthday, Christmas.
Yeah, that was his favorite time of year.
Yeah, so really the religion today is the way Rutherford left it, and it really has nothing much to do with Russell. Although Russell definitely, he was a bit twisted in his ways, and he just plagiarized the Seventh-day Adventist religion
badly.
Mostly.
Him and Barber.
Yes. So he wanted to act like he was the founder of it all, but he really wasn't.
Well, then Barber went off, started discovering his own churches.
Yep.
And then they couldn't stand each other in the end.
And they disagreed with things and went their own direction, like most churches do, I guess.
Yeah.
All them rules was just to stand out, to make a name for themselves.
Yeah.
Well, they did, off our backs. It never had anything to do with Jehovah, just advertising. Mm-hmm.
But you got to remember this, Russell, even though they got some of his doctrine still to this day, the majority of this stuff come from Rutherford. Mm-hmm. And then Noor. Noor was like the one that locked it down and put it in place, like hardcore.
Well, he's the one who did
book.
No blood transfusions.
Yeah.
And the shunning. And if there was any holiday left, it was done.
Yeah, Rutherford just come up with just the craziest ideas possible. And he's the one that took 1914 and turned it into something different.
They used to also teach back in the 60s and 70s that even if you were not a baptized Jehovah's Witness, but maybe you were an unbaptized publisher, or your parents were Jehovah's Witnesses and you weren't, quite there yet. If they deemed you bad association, they would make an announcement about so-and-so is a bad association and that you should not talk to them. So they were doing a form of shunning even to the unbaptized publishers back then. So they were like crazy mean back then. And I think, obviously they've lightened up a bit over time, but it's just because they know that they've been caught in their lies.
I've got a video if you guys want to go take a look at it or to look into the description of the video. And it's called, The Boys in Charge. Yeah. And directed by God or Fraud.
He posted that one not long ago.
Yeah. And if you look in the description, you'll see a lot of those Watchtower links where you can read every year of it. And you'll see the actual where it takes you to the United Nations website. And there you can see the letter, the United Nations acknowledging Jehovah's Witnesses were members, and that's straight to the UN website. And you can also see the Millions Now Living Will Never Die, and then Our Lord's Return book. And you can read all of those right there.
Yeah.
The links are right there to them.
That's it there. Boys in charge, God in power, gods or frauds.
Yeah.
That was about 3 weeks ago. He did that one.
Yeah. It's got a lot of views too. So, oh, by the way, thank everybody. We have gotten a flood of new subscribers.
Mhm.
We're so thankful. Thank you guys so much. I don't know, and we have discussed it. Maybe it's the new rules going on. People are flustered and getting out, but we've gotten like 1,500 subscribers in a week and a half, 2 weeks. It's crazy. So
Yeah,
thank everybody.
Yeah, we got to get on it with more videos.
Yeah.
Sometimes, things get in the way. Like right now, we actually have family visiting us, and you're like, ah! They're not Jehovah's Witnesses, by the way, so that's okay. We're like, hey, by the way, we have a YouTube channel. It's about a cult. They're like, oh, cool. Just kidding.
How a man hijacked a company and says Jesus chose them. Yes, exactly right, CJ.
Yeah, they've already put a carol in an original song so they could start celebrating at Christmas in October. So they would have to alter the twinkling white only string lights. That's true. Yes, the business of Rutherford, Knorr, and Franz. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Proving what hypocrites the governing body are is so true, and it's really easy to prove them to be hypocrites. Yeah, Wally says the same. Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah. Cool. So everybody's getting growth. I mean, this is crazy.
Well, it's true. I mean, Wally's awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't. I don't have the amount of creative thinking that he does.
Me neither.
I wish I did, but maybe that comes
and
with
to
time.
Put them out so frequently and be so good at it.
Yeah.
And they're very accurate, very good.
Yes.
So yeah, I like them.
Yes.
But we do our best. Hey, we're good too. So
yeah. We're a team effort here.
Yeah.
We all help each other. Yeah. Glad to have found you guys. I've been spreading the word. Oh, thank you, Maverick.
No doubt.
JW Thoughts also reports recent growth. What?
Yeah.
Recent growth?
JW Thoughts, Wally.
I thought.
Oh, Esther says love Wally too.
I thought you were talking about Jehovah's
Wally
Witnesses.
says the same.
Okay, yes, that's true.
Wally. Oh, thank you, Esther. She said that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Keep sharing, guys.
Maybe the latest update could be the most damaging. Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. So I asked my mom the same thing. Hey, what do you think about this latest thing? Did you see the latest update? About what update? Oh, the one about where you can now toast. And she's like, oh, yeah, I watched that. So what do you think? And she's like, well, that is going to be hard for me to do. It's going to be awkward. She said, like, she didn't say she disagreed. She just said it's going to be awkward for her because she's never done it before. And then she said, but I understand that, it doesn't mean what it used to mean today. So, of course, there's always some excuse to justify whatever changes the governing body wants to create. So I think they could just say tomorrow, hey, you know what? We're no longer going to disfellowship anybody because Jehovah loves everyone. And and if
they stop disfellowshipping, they'll have no members.
I know, but they could say something like that. They could say, well, Jehovah loves everyone, and we should be there to help people, to bring them back to the fold. But we don't have to shun them. But hey, we do need to keep our distance, because they are going through a repentance process. But we can still be kind to them and loving to them. I mean, if they said that, people be like, yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
Out the door we go. Yeah. Hey, Artsy Kim.
Oh, hi, yes.
That's all you know. Was you here last time?
Yeah, Wally keeps doing skits and large film behind you. Fun to watch. I know. He does. He's on a roll.
Oh, wow. Oh, you got. Thank you for subscribing.
Adventure
360?
360. I just subscribed. I appreciate your down to earth discussion. Oh, thank you so much. We really appreciate that too. But we appreciate you subscribing. They're going to stop disfellowshipping. They're going to stop one way or another.
Everybody welcome Adventure 360.
Yes, thanks for doing it. Maybe it would be interesting to see the changes that they may continue to keep up with, and I think that they are just trying to hold on to their members. But then, like he said, if they stop the disfellowshipping, does that mean a huge exit? Because how many PMOs are in there? There's quite a few that are pretending just so they don't lose their family. So it's hard to know. I was sharing and toasting when I was still an active Jehovah's Witness because it didn't bother my conscience. And the reasoning against it was stupid. I just kept my mouth shut. Hey, you were smart.
Yeah.
That's why you left.
Was that Happy Thoughts?
Jeff.
No, Jeff. Yeah, Jeff really got some good ideas.
I mean, using your critical thinking skills is what you have to do to get out of any kind of mind control situation. I personally, my thing was I was always curious person, and I had asked a lot of questions all the time.
Yeah.
And that's what helped me to wake up is all of my questions I had. That this doesn't make sense and that doesn't make sense. And I would get frustrating reading the Watchtower. Not because I didn't believe, but things just wouldn't make sense to me. And so it got annoying. And I'd be like, oh, I can't read this. It's making me aggravated.
Yeah, Artsy Kim, that's true. There's a lot of new names. Our members jumped drastically just over the past week or two.
So, Jeff, you were obviously toasting with worldly bad associates. So I was already spiritually on the decline, right? That's what they would say.
Yeah.
Yes. They're wasting people's time. Oh, they're wasting their whole entire lives because, well, one, you're not supposed to go to higher education. So that means you don't get the job or the career path you wanted. And then, I mean, there's so many opportunities missed out for a lot of people because they stayed in this cult and things that you didn't get to do that you wanted to do. Maybe you didn't get to make that friendship with someone you wanted as a child because they weren't Jehovah's Witnesses. So it's just so many things that adds up. Seeing some new names, yay, means more leaving. That's true. Who woke up first out of you guys? Oh, that's a good question, Pep. Yeah.
Who woke up first out of who? Us?
Well,
I never was. I studied because of her. She wanted me to study because she was when we got together, she was a very serious Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah.
And she used to say, I'm one of Jehovah's Witnesses. I was like, okay.
That's the proper way to say it. Welcome to level 1.
Oh, yeah. And
cool.
So anyway, she wanted me to study. I studied with the witnesses for a year and a half. She was disfellowship because of me. So I figured, well, what the heck, I'll do this. And I was like, they're nice enough people. Who cares? They dress well, knock on doors. And once I started studying with them, I realized this is the craziest, kookiest stuff. How can anybody believe it? And I started showing them things.
Oh, Pep hadn't heard our story.
Oh, I started showing them things in the Bible, started showing them things about their doctrine and where it come from. And eventually the elder I studied with, I helped pretty much wake him up. And I never got baptized. But it started off where he wanted me to start raising my hand and answering questions in the meetings. And he wanted me to start going out in service and wanted me to get baptized. And I was like, oh my, I just don't think I want to do this. I don't believe this.
Yeah, but I mean, he did give it a try. Like he truly
a year and a half is a try.
He thought it was just like any other Christian denomination. He didn't know.
Right.
Until he started studying and realizing, like 1914 and the governing body is like spokesman for Jehovah and just
the first thing that got me was Michael the Archangel being Jesus. And I was like, yeah, I want you to show that to me in the Bible. And they said, well, you got to do this and this and this to prove that.
I got to read.
And I was like, okay, you need glasses? Oh, you don't need glasses. And I was like, okay, well, it's like, you can't find that. And then we come up on 1914, and I was like, yeah, this is a load of bull mess. I was like, let me research this stuff. So I did. I printed a bunch of stuff out. First thing I looked at was the Screwed Generation channel on YouTube. The
Yes.
guy had tons, or lady person had tons of information. One of the best channels I'd found at the time. And then, of course, the second channel was John Cedars. And I watched his channel, which was really well done. And it helped me to see what they taught, and I started looking at it, and it was like, this is not Christianity. You guys are nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. So I also, so that's, and I'll get to my story.
And I started talking to her slowly, by the way. I
Yeah.
didn't just go dump a bunch of stuff I'd found on her, because I was like, man, this is going to really mess her up. And I was like, she really believes this. Because I used to pick on her, because I remember one time I sneezed, or she sneezed, and I said, bless you. And she said, don't say that. So, what did I do wrong? She's like, no, don't say that.
It's superstitious.
And so I'd pick on her. I was like, don't say that. She's like, quit doing that.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I got really nervous because when we went to an assembly together, and I was like, and it was a circuit assembly, so it's not as many people. And then somebody sneezed. I was like, oh God, please don't let him say bless you. It's going to be so embarrassing.
And I didn't. I'd learned by then.
Don't say anything.
I know, but it's, I'd learned what it was about and what they was doing, and I learned it was a cult. Mm-hmm. And then so I slowly showed her things. I showed her the UN, I think was the first. Is that not correct?
Yeah, I think so. The UN. So I believed, obviously, tried to get him to convert. And then when he was showing me, like, well, hey, did you know they joined the UN? No, they would never do that. Oh, well, here's proof. And he sent me the article, and then I'm like,
UnitedNations.org. There's the paper, and here's where they are trying to say they only joined for the library in one of their articles. And I was like, you can't do that.
Yeah, you don't need to join to use the library.
Right. So and in order to join, you have to pledge allegiance to the United Nations, and you can see what you have to do to join. So, and
then I shared that with my mom in a text. I was like, hey, would the governing body ever join the UN? No, never.
She showed that letter to her.
They would never do that. Well, here's a letter, and here's proof. And I sent it to her, and she said, well, I don't know. And then la-di-da-di-da. And so you just pretend like you didn't hear that, and you just go on about
She's
your
thinking
business.
That's Satan's lies.
Yeah.
She really is probably thinking that. But
yeah, but I mean, like, it can't be a lie if it was a legal document stating that happened.
And then anyway, I showed her that stuff, and then I showed her 1914, and said, look, the only people saying that 607 was the destruction of Jerusalem, the destroying of the temple, the walls being torn down, people carried away to slavery, is Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah.
It was like history, all of the cuneiform tablets that's been found, all of the Babylonian history, all of the Jewish history, which they still teach to this day, all the ancient scripts, even the ancient Egyptians documented it. It was 586. Some people say 587. It was actually 586. Yeah. So, and then after that, I showed her that how they got the 70 years, because from 586 until 516 is 70 years. They considered themselves in slavery, and the temple was completed. Ask any rabbi, they'll tell you 70 years, 586 to 516. Because you're in slavery until you have your temple, your place of worship restored. Otherwise, you're not a worshiping people. So you're still in slavery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but that's good. And you did a lot of researching.
Tons of researching. I showed you that. Was a bunch of stuff. You remember all of it I showed you?
Yeah.
But it was little bits here and there.
Yeah. So Pomo Sapien says, I got tired of them incessantly praising the org and urging everyone to listen, obey, and be blessed. There's a song about that one too. As a kid, we used to have our non-Thanksgiving a week after Thanksgiving. My father always made a big deal about not toasting. Yeah. And then Artsy Kim says, in my daughter's wedding reception, I couldn't toast, and it felt so embarrassed and my face burned. Yeah. I know. They put people in awkward situations. It's annoying. They must hate you. I know. So glad you didn't get baptized.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
almost, but it wouldn't have mattered with me.
Mhm.
So I didn't have no family in it, and I wouldn't have cared.
Right.
It's like I've always been that person that's kind of like, hey, you don't want to talk to me, I don't want to talk to you neither. See ya, bye.
Yeah.
I was always on my own. So
Hello, Nicole from England. She says, "Thank you for joining.
thank
I've
you.
never been a Jehovah's Witness, but have studied with them. They were pushing invites for the Pure Worship Convention here for non-Jehovah's Witnesses. Is it to get attendance numbers up? Yes, they do want people to come, which is it's kind of weird because they want you to come, but then if you go to the Kingdom Hall, they're really they're very what's the word, they are leery of you. So the doors are locked, you have to knock to get in.
Yes, I do.
Which all started really after COVID, I think. And then they're going to be like, who's that? If you came by yourself and you weren't a Bible student, they'd be like, well, who are you and who invited you in, and blah 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 blah, because they just can't believe anybody'd want to come over and listen to their stuff, their religion.
I remember the elder I was studying with, by the way. I asked him, I said, look, if somebody told you that the Watchtower said something and I could prove to you that they said it, and yet you say it's not true today, would you believe it? Yeah, prove it.
Mhm.
And I pulled out an old book from the Jehovah's Witness, International Bible Students, and showed him. He said, oh, that's apostate. Their own material. You remember that?
Nothing. How can it be apostate if it's your own material?
I was
Stop
like,
moving
what?
your foot.
I know, I'm sorry, but it was all pinched in. And that's like I told him in that same meeting, I said, look, I said, you guys believe that the end started in 1799. And in 1874, Jesus took the throne in heaven. And in 1878, the harvest began. In 1914 was supposed to be the end of time. That ain't true. We never taught that. That's not true. We never believed that. And I said, it was taught all the way up until to 1929 with Rutherford. That's not true. Blah, blah, blah. I broke out Rutherford's book. There you go.
Then what do they say?
Well, I don't know. That's just that's old light. That don't
Well,
mean anything. I said, well, it was taught
It
from
was
Russell to
taught.
Rutherford.
You said it never was taught.
Yeah,
So it was taught. You just don't believe it anymore.
correct.
Right? Okay, so then why don't you believe this anymore?
And I said 1914 meant something totally different until Rutherford said,
Mhm.
wait a minute. Let's just wipe Russell out. Let's do away with him. Let's do away with Beers. Let's get rid of everything pertaining to Russell. And let's make 1914 the time Jesus took the throne in heaven. Forget 1874.
Mhm.
And he changed it using the same chronology.
Time will pass. Thanks for joining in.
Time will pass.
What did he miss? Yeah. He or she, I think it was. Yeah.
You just missed the story how we got together and how I studied and how she left.
Well, I haven't really said that on here. I have said it else on other videos. And then we also were kind of talking about the rebranding direction that Jehovah's Witnesses may be going. So as far as so Jay, you woke up from the UN in 1914. Me too, basically. So for me, it was when he shared with the UN, and then he shared how they come up with 1914 and how that is not historically accurate.
Yeah.
Those were two big things I just couldn't ignore.
Oh,
and so that's why that's why I started to wake up. And I mean, at first it was kind of hard to accept, but then when you start noticing that doesn't add up, well, what else isn't true? And then you just start going down a rabbit hole of more and more information that isn't correct.
JW Apostate family, glad to see you here. It's never saw you before, and thank you for coming into the channel.
Yes, thank you for joining.
Yep.
So Maverick, your go-to channels were as the Snarky Apologist and John Cedars. Yes, great information.
If you ever get a chance, though, watch the Screwed Generation.
They're old. They don't post anything new.
Oh yeah,
they do have a lot of good information, especially if you're just waking up.
Yeah, I need to see that.
It started in 587 and was finished in 586. Yeah, BC. Yeah. Another good channel is called the Helpful XJW channel. think I did see that one.
Yeah, I have too. That's a good one.
Yeah. So,
And you can't forget about JW Thoughts.
Yeah. Yes.
Throw Wally a plug.
Yeah. Oh, JW Apostate Family. Yay.
I know.
Good
It's
to be
new.
here.
Yeah.
That's a cool name. I like that.
Let's see.
Yeah. Forget about that lie you caught earlier.
What?
Forget about that lie you caught earlier.
Said,
cheers. I know, right?
There she is.
Exactly. I'm beginning to believe they are evil, not just misled. Yeah. I mean, they are. They are evil. Because to break up families like they do, how many families are truly happy in that religion? Most of them are broken families. They have somebody in their family who's been disfellowshipped, shunned, left, and they can't talk to him. Or you basically, I've told him this, you take turns shunning each other. It's so stupid. Well, I shun you today and I'll shun you tomorrow, and it's really dumb.
Well, I can't read nothing without these glasses.
Well, keep them on. Here, which do you want? Your phone or?
I want my phone.
Okay. I'm trying to keep up with the comments, guys. I don't want to miss anybody. But okay. Now, RC Kim says, I told my JW mom today, you know what is ironic? I missed it. I can't see it. It passes before I get a chance to read it. The whole purpose of the religion is to tell people from other religions to analyze their own religion and leave it if they find something bad, but they won't do that to their own. Exactly. Like, why do they think that if, let's just say, a Baptist decided to become one of Jehovah's Witnesses, right? And Jehovah's Witnesses like, oh, good, yes, welcome, come on in, we're your new family. But your Baptist family is not going to agree. Maybe they're like, no, I don't like this religion that you're joining, but I'm not going to shun you over it. Jehovah's Witnesses, on the other hand, if you're like, I'm a Jehovah's Witness, I've decided to be a Baptist, go to the Baptist church now, there's shunning. How is that okay?
Jeff, thank you so much, because the critical thinkers were a huge influence on us in the beginning as well.
Oh, yeah. XJW.
How could I forget JT and Lady C, man? They were so great. Mm-hmm. I mean, wow. Thank you for mentioning them.
Yes. Yes.
And Kim and Mikey as well.
Them. Yeah, I pretty much binge watched XJW Critical Thinker, and I loved how he talked about the generation that shall not pass away. He always showed that Awake article of the old people that were on the front cover.
Yep.
And that generation of 1914, and that, okay, yes, the end is going to be here soon. It won't be much longer because these people are really old. And that didn't happen. Now what? Oh, the overlapping generation, just keep making excuses. The other thing he mentioned that really made me think was how they wouldn't allow people to serve in the military if they were drafted. You couldn't even be a conscientious objector. You had to choose jail. And they're over here in these prisons, these people, these innocent people in prison for that could have been avoided, while the governing body's living it up. That's basically what he was saying. Just they're in their life, they're all comfortable, they're not suffering, and they're telling you to go and suffer for a pointless cause. The same happened, of course, with the double standard with the Malawi, Mexico incident. And then, not to mention, if this whole thing is about not pledging allegiance to a country, why did you pledge allegiance to the UN? So everything they do is just do as we say, not as we do.
Welcome, Melissa Thornton. I don't believe I've seen you before, and thank you for being here as well.
Yeah.
Karen, I was 10 years old in 1975. Even though I did not understand everything, I remember they were saying people who left was only serving for a specific time, and they did not love Jehovah.
Oh, see, Melissa Thornton.
Yep. And
Thank you.
Yeah, that's true. I don't understand how anybody would stay after that. And her mom was
Yeah.
one of them.
Yeah, my mom too. I mean, and my dad, both of them, they
Yes,
lived
Esther.
through the 1975 thing.
I made Esther moderator.
Oh.
Yeah.
Welcome to the community. Yes.
Yep. Definitely welcome. All right, Jamie Franks community, please.
An elder would keep a razor in his pocket.
Oh,
for
more
me if I
opportunity.
came to
Another
the
new
hall.
people. Thank you.
If I came to the hall with even stubble, mow opportunity. I love it. Yeah, actually, I know. There were some men
Wow.
that I remember. This one man, he actually struggled because he grew his hair so quickly, and of course, it hurts to have to shave all the time, and it can have the razor burn or ingrown hairs, and he was wanting to do like laser hair removal.
Who, me?
No,
Oh.
I was talking about an elder who had a lot of facial hair, and he was wanting to know about how to get rid of it, which I'm like, yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Welcome, Melissa, and Mo Opportunity, by the way, to the channel. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, but now they can grow a beard, so it doesn't matter anymore. And think about all the times where the men had a good little talking to in the second school. If you were sent to that second school, you were like, dun dun dun. Yeah, in Spanish we called it el cuartito, the little room. Because I was in Spanish.
Second school, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, if you had Melissa to be sent to the second school, you're like, oh no. Artsy Kim knows el cuartito.
Yeah, me and Kim are the same age. Or me and Melissa, I meant Thornton.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yes. I sent the helpful exjw to a JW, and they said it strengthened their faith in the governing body. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That's weird. Like, strengthen your faith in governing body. What about strengthening your faith in God? It's crazy. Jerome from Preach from the Rooftops is another great channel. I think I have read.
Esther said, "Oh my goodness, yes, I remember the what El
Cuartito. Where?
Yikes!
Right now. Oh my goodness, I remember that El Cuartito. Yes, I know. We'd all talk about. Oh no, they're going into El Cuartito. Gonna get scolded in there. Yes.
Oh, you're fine. The CO visits. Hey, you know his name. I just know him as CO visit.
Oh yeah, Colin.
Colin. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, Colin. Thanks for joining. We need more healing type channels. Discord saved my life. Well, okay, yeah, I think so too. Well, at least there are some out there, Jay.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Commercials.
Yeah. I know.
We got to turn those off when we do lives.
I know. I'm trying to figure out all this stuff. Okay. Hopefully next time I get on here, I can turn off the commercials. Yes, I think I can do that next time. But hey, look, you can skip it really quick, so it's okay. It's not that bad.
Yeah, but it gets you out of your pattern. I left over 35 years ago and never went back. Oh yeah, good for you.
Good for you. Yes.
I was born in. Oh yeah, she's third generation.
I was born in. Mom was a witness, and my dad was not. Okay, I faded. My mom is deceased, but my two sisters are still in. I started watching JT and Lady C. Yeah, me too. Both my parents were Jehovah's Witnesses, but my father's passed, and he has been for a long time. My grandparents on my mom's side, but just my dad on his side. Now I do have other family members who are still in.
Half siblings.
So, yeah, some half siblings, and some nieces and nephews that are still in. But and my mother, of course. Yeah. So.
Wow, man, we're getting a lot of comments today. I'm impressed.
Oh. Okay, I love that. That's funny. I like that you thought that Maverick says it might have been AI let. I like that.
Yeah, somebody else said that too. I saw that.
Yeah, with Stephen Lett. Yeah.
Guys, if I missed anybody on here, I'm sorry, but welcome everybody to the channel.
Yeah.
Its channel was moving really fast a second ago. Oh, wow.
Oh, so
45
Esther,
people.
both your parents were Jehovah's Witnesses too, born in third generation as well. Yes.
Yeah.
Same as me. I think a lot of, I mean, I wonder, like, if he not
JW apostate
shared
family too.
with me what he learned, would I still believe in it today?
Yes.
I've wondered that.
You were for real. You were the real deal witness.
But it's
you
true.
always felt guilty of everything.
It's true. I did believe. But would I still believe? Because they've made a lot of changes.
You always tried to please your mom, so yeah, probably so.
Yeah. But does it mean
True.
would I believe and still try to believe that's not my question. My question is, would I believe in it? Because you can please your parents without believing.
That's
in
true, but I
know?
also believe that you would have stayed. I do believe that because you were so for real about it. I mean, that's why I had to approach everything so slow when I found out that it was not true.
And that's what I think too. Like, if you want to wake someone up who really does believe, you have to do it very carefully. And I say it like this: throw tidbits of information and then walk away and wait and let them think about it. And then maybe you could ask them about it, that one thing. Oh, and then throw something else at them later. It's mostly stuff that you can prove to be false. Would be what I would focus on. Like the UN and the 1914 are things you can prove.
Yeah.
And then, like, maybe I know that they have a lot of flip-flop doctrines. They justify that with old like new like theory. So that may not work. But 1914, that works because you can't
UN works.
You can't change the chronology is there. And then the UN.
And showing them actual things out of the Watchtower. That works really well too.
Especially if you're using the encyclopedia, you know, they will accept encyclopedia information. They're very hesitant to accept any sources outside of Watchtower, but that is one source that they will use, that they will accept if it's, you know, historically accurate.
Oh, Curio Cajun. Hi. Welcome back.
Hi. Thank you for joining in. Oh, I learned the organization in Spanish. Good Lord. Wow.
She spent a long time in Spanish.
So. Yeah, I did. Yeah, just a learning. Maybe you could say that was one positive thing about the organization is they did encourage people to learn a second language. And so that's something I did to help where the need is great. You know, of course, they're not really focusing on that so much anymore. I don't hear them talk about, you know, going where the need is great. And I don't hear them talking about learning another language. They really harped on that for a while, but I haven't heard that in quite a while either. Yes. Thank you so much for joining in.
Have you ever
Karaoke?
Have you ever got Esther's story?
Esther, I don't know that I've got your story, but you know, if you ever want to share it with me, I'd be happy to.
Just our email address is in the description of our channel.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't find it, it's factsonjw@gmail.com.
Yeah. So you can just email me if you'd like to share your story. It's Watchtower's own literature that woke me up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you learn about who Watchtower truly are looking at. Yeah. And then like Mike and Kimmy also, they have. So you look at all of these exjw sites and then channels, and then you start seeing what they have to say. And if they're all saying the same thing, you've got to be like, there must be something to this.
CJ got removed last week. I know you was trying to avoid that, but welcome to your freedom.
Yeah, I hate that happened.
Yeah.
And I mean, there if you
cheers, I love it.
If you don't want to remain disfellowshipped or removed, there's a way to do it. If you want to do that, but I don't know if you want to go that route. So
Shunned, disfellowshipped, removed. Good gracious.
Yeah.
They keep changing the name for the same thing.
What's wrong with the
It's a commercial.
It's not showing. It's not showing the commercial.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Oh,
like it
there.
froze up.
Yeah.
Oh, you wanted to. Okay, that's fine.
Oh, okay.
For those of you who are currently disfellowshipped and don't want to be and want to go back in or want to get that lifted, there is a way to do it. It's not an easy process. I did it. And then you can fade and be inactive and just fade out and be a POMO, physically out, mentally out. But it's a process. And so you would have to go in, start going to the meetings. You'd have to let the elders know, hey, you know, I'm disfellowship, but I want to come back. And so you have to wait around a couple months, write a letter saying that you want to, get reinstated. And then they meet with you. And then they would ask you, so why do you want to be one of Jehovah's Witnesses again? And you're like, because I love Jehovah. And this is Jehovah's one true organization. And you have to say stuff like that. And then they'd be like, okay. Mm-hmm. And then they'd ask you a bunch of interrogating questions. Then they would say, okay, step out for a minute. We're going to talk. Then they'd let you back in and say, okay, you know what? You're not ready. Then you go back out, you wait a few more months, then you write another letter, do the same thing over again. Then they say, you know what? You're not ready. And then you do it again. And it's probably going to take 2 years, a year and a half to 2 years of doing that every few months, writing a letter. And then eventually they'll let you back in. Yeah. And then what will happen after that is they will want you to study with somebody in the congregation, one of their books. And then you'll have to stick that out for a little while. Probably once a week, you will have to study with them. All the while, you have to be going to all the meetings and you can't miss. And then you have to go out in field service for a little bit too, so that they can at least count you and see that you're serious about coming back. And then you'd have to study with somebody for a couple of months. And then what you'd have to do is you'd just start making excuses, saying, I can't study anymore and I don't have time, and make excuses. And then you just start fading out. Got to give it about 6 months after you've been reinstated to go through this. And then then you can kind of start fading. So it's a while, but it can be done.
Oh, wow.
It's going to take some mental power to get through that.
And Pep said, I always wanted to serve in Jamaica because I thought the elders would be more chill out.
Oh, yeah. Were they? Or did you never serve?
I doubt they'd be more chilled out, but that's a good idea.
Maybe they could because they're on beach time,
Yeah, it's all that weed.
And it's all like
all the good stuff.
What's that song about? Don't worry, be happy. You know, don't worry, be happy.
Little song I wrote.
Yeah.
Note for note, don't worry.
So I couldn't hear you.
It says, let me tell you a little song I wrote, and I can sing it note for note. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Now
in Jamaica.
Yeah.
This is getting.
I was in Haitian congregation. I was French.
Mm-hmm.
To the English brothers, basically forgot about us. Oh man, that's sad.
Really?
Jeez.
Wow, crazy. The Revelation book scared the heck out of me in 98. Me too. Booker T. Adams, thanks for joining. Oh my goodness.
Booker T. Hey, man.
My brother and me had nightmares, like all the time from that book, and we didn't know that's what was causing the nightmares. But yes, we just did I did a little short, and a lot of the pictures in there, we called it Jehovah's Witnesses Cult of Doom. A lot of it's taken from the book of Revelation. It's very scary.
Yeah, I like Bob Marley. Every
in
little thing's
general,
gonna be all right.
There's a lot of scary images in a lot of their literature, especially older literature. And not just the Revelation book, but there's other scary ones like about Armageddon and, people just going, ah!
The entire book was crazy scary. Yeah. And she was a kid studying this thing.
Yes. It was crazy scary. Yeah. I'll have to ask my sister if that book scared her.
Yeah, she was a lot older.
She was 9 years older than me. And so when I was probably...
She still kind of believes it, though.
I was probably like, let's say like maybe 10, 11, 12. Yeah, whenever we were studying that book. So my sister would have been probably 18 or so. And so I'll have to ask her if that scared her or not, because I don't know. She doesn't really, she believes in some of it, not all of it. Like she's, she celebrates
Dallas,
some of the holidays.
thanks
Hi.
for checking out the channel.
Yeah, hi Dallas. Thanks for dropping by.
Yeah, glad to see you on here.
My brother would draw beards on the wild beast, on the wild beast in the Revelation book. Maybe he knew something. He was bored. Yeah. Am I the only one that thought the Revelation book was exciting? I think because the religion was so boring. Well, you know what? I could see that because the images are so like vivid. I can see you. I mean, I did think that like, wow, what am I looking at?
Yeah.
But for some reason, like you'd have some really interesting, intricate looking images, and then all of a sudden something scary. So it's a little bit of both. I watched the video, Casey, and I had all these dreams of fireballs coming at me and the kids trying to save them, almost hitting us. Never watched TV fireball movies. I had that's interesting because I was terrified of anything remotely scary movies. Like I just had absolute terror. Like I couldn't watch anything even remotely scary. And because then I just have like chronic nightmares. So, and I do blame the religion on that. And I was scared of the dark. I couldn't sleep in the dark at all, ever. I mean, I even had night lights on and I'd still be scared. In Revelation, it's grand climax at hand. Yep.
That's terrible to say.
Yes.
Get your mind out of there.
What now?
Nothing.
It's because yeah, oh, okay. So it had to be just from the JW literature. Yeah, it really was. Do you remember when the elders would tell us Jehovah was going to have the crows eat out flesh if we died at Armageddon? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Tony Morris had a nice little mention about that too. He referred to people like that as burnt up hot dogs. Didn't he?
Time will pass. Just got it. That's funny.
What now?
Nothing.
Oh, I can't. Yeah, so I remember that too. So you're just sitting here thinking, oh my goodness, what if I'm one of those people that doesn't make it? You don't want to be like eaten up. Yeah. I asked my mom and sister what happened to the hailstorm message. The hailstorm? Do you know that?
Yeah, the hailstorm message. It's I forget what it is. They just changed it. It no longer is important anyway.
What is it?
I have to go back and look at what it was. I watched the whole thing on it, and I don't even remember. Wally done a thing on it too. It was a message they preached, the hailstone message, and then now it's no longer relevant. So.
Are we talking about when people die in Armageddon?
Guys, yeah.
Okay.
Explain to her hailstone message.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, by the way, more opportunity. I was talking to a sister at one point, and an elder asked me if I was sure that I wanted to be with her because she didn't look fit, and I would be stuck with her.
Good oh my God! Boy, that was mean.
That's crazy.
Yeah. A 45-pound hailstone on your doorstep. That's funny.
The hailstone message was about preaching. Yeah, that's right.
Preaching their destruction instead of preaching hope. Okay. Yeah. Well, I always just call it a doomsday.
And then now they don't do that because they're not really knocking on doors. It's not really relevant.
Well, see, that's the thing. Actually, I talked to him about this. They're a doomsday cult because they always preaching doomsday, and they had a lot of people coming and joining right before 1975 because people thought that the end was going to come, so they needed to become part of the witnesses. And then, hi Jane Spitfire, thanks for joining in.
Oh, Jane, hey.
Yeah, yes, 100% doomsday cult. And so then, when they were always preaching about the end is coming. But there's hope, Revelation 21:4, the end is coming, so you need to, go therefore and preach, and in Matthew 24:14 and all that. And then when that just hasn't happened, they're really not really focusing on, well, the end is here and the end is near and the end is near and the end is near. How long can you say that? And so I feel like they're a bit discouraged now they're not as hopeful about this whole like doom, the Armageddon coming. I mean, I know they believe that, but they aren't like hounding on it and harping on it as much as they were. My mom doesn't really talk as much about it. Like, the only thing is that she did mention to me there was this latest thing that the organization put out. And if you can look it up on their jw.org, and it's I'm gonna see if I can find it. I did write it down. So let me look that up real quick here. See if I can
it was just something recently on jw.org.
It was about the whole the book of Daniel, of course, and how the statue wars, of Nebuchadnezzar, and each section stuff represents a certain empire. So they go into talking about that. And
I tried to find it yesterday. You got it?
Let me see.
Man, it's commercials. We got to do something about this.
Oh, yes. Here it is. Okay. So this is what jw.org is telling us: a political turmoil that fulfills Bible prophecy. Right.
Yeah.
So this is their version of modern day doomsday. So
the end's not coming.
Political turmoil in the final part of the last of the days. Right. That's what they said. Okay. And then they just they skip around the Bible and say, Daniel says this, and Revelation says that, and Matthew, and then all leading up to this whole Nebuchadnezzar statue, which they're hung up on. One of my little pet peeves there. So they tell you the meaning, because apparently they have all the answers to everything, of all life's questions. And they tell us that the fulfillment in 2023, the United States and the United Kingdom jointly spent more on military expenditures than the next 12 biggest spenders combined. That's what Stockholm International Peace Research Institute says. Oh, thank you so much for sharing that information, Jehovah's Witnesses, because God knows you don't want to use your own information.
I know they quote everybody else's stuff, but yet everybody's of the Satan and they're apostates.
Why are you doing that?
Why you quote it? I mean,
aren't you getting messages from Jehovah directly? So then it says, here's the prophecy: as the toes of the feet were partly of iron and partly of clay, so the kingdom will be partly strong and partly fragile. Meaning, despite their military strength, the United States and Britain are restricted by the way their democratic political setup has been shaped. Without the approval of a clear majority, these governments sometimes struggle to fulfill their plans. Okay. So that's all right. Now what? Okay. So then they just say, Daniel's prophecy shows that the United States and Britain alliance, represented by the feet of the image, will be the last human world power to dominate mankind. What comes next will be a perfect government that rules from heaven, God's kingdom. Yes, and then of course we have the famous statue.
The William Miller statue. That's where it come from.
Yeah.
Millerites.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is a statue.
Actually, it was created by that guy that was a promoter for Miller.
Okay, see, Jehovah's Witnesses didn't even get this themselves.
No.
So, but they tell you which empire is represented for each section. Of course, we all know. So they think that we're at the feet here at the bottom, and that will be the last empire, and then after that, the end will come. So they are saying this today. They just posted this information recently. My mom's like, "Oh, you gotta go to jw.org and you gotta read this article." And someone's like, "Well, okay, yeah, I need to see what's going on." And then I see it, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, it's the same old nonsense over and over." And then she's like, "I'm gonna share this with my niece, who's she is baptized, but she doesn't she doesn't believe in it,
Oh,
she's
your niece is the world's worst. She's as bad as your uncle's friend.
She got baptized because she thought there was something that
she could get out of it.
Yeah, because people were helping her out, and so she was like, okay.
Look, she's a young lady who was badly misled in her life, and she grew up. It's really sad, but she's learned how to manipulate people, and she goes after things that she can get from people. She doesn't have any harm in it. She's just grew up really poor and really in a bad situation. So she's learned how to become a master manipulator. And she's very narcissistic. So I guess Jehovah's Witnesses fit perfect for her. But if somebody's going to help her get a car or help her do so, she's all in with them.
Yeah.
She has no independence for herself. Doesn't mean she's a bad person, though. It just means she has issues.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
But she's not a witness.
No, she just says whatever she can get out of it.
Yeah, and her personal life is, because I have no business talking about anybody's personal life, but she's rather a free spirit.
Mm-hmm. Pep says, I felt sorry for the brothers who had to deliver the information in the book study in the 1990s. How many times did we go through the Revelation book, Greatest Man book, and the dreaded Evolution book? I know, because we had to restudy that multiple times. I was like, wait, we have to read the Revelation book again. No, it's too long. And it's just so repetitive. It's annoying, So that's the latest stuff on their whole, you could say, doomsday version of it. Today's Watchtower study, they said one source says, so not even bothering to follow a real quote to prove a JW teaching. Yeah. One source says blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I mean, okay. How do we know that's true? Also, I think that their experiences that they relate in the Watchtower are fake stories, at least some of them.
Right.
Because
they recycled stories.
They're recycled stories. Now, some of them we're not sure. They seem like they're not even true, some of them.
Right.
Because but I mean, it's possible, but they are definitely recycled stories. And so it's just put in a different,
they'll change the same name, story and maybe change the name. And if you ever notice, the same time of year every year, they'll do almost the same story. It's weird. It's just regurgitating the same stuff over and over and over and over. Brainwashing 101.
Oh yeah, Jeff, I like what you said. When they announced that Russia is the new king of the North or whatever, I thought to myself, dude, you guys really need to stop talking. It's not a good look. I know. And then they said, the last I heard, it was a coalition of nations. Like they couldn't make up their mind who the king of the North was.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we have a new light on who the king of the North is. Okay, give it up. All right, you don't know, and stop speculating.
Yeah.
Land of enchantment. I know. That is so true.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Bibles. Yeah. Oh, we got really quiet.
Yeah, I'm just reading some of these comments here.
Yeah, you learning his Hellstone.
Yeah. They always they always cite unnamed sources. That's true.
Well, that's like Joshua Himes. That's the guy that created the drawing of the statue of iron and clay and all that for William Miller. And then Russell, actually, Jonas Wendell and Stetson had it, and Barber, and they give it on to Russell, who started using it for his doctrine.
Mm-hmm.
The exact same one. But it was actually Joshua Himes that created it for a backdrop for when Miller would go speak.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. Seventh-day Adventists never lie about their history, even though they're similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put all their stuff out for the world to see.
But see, Jehovah's Witnesses want to lie about everything. They want to hide. They want to pretend like they don't have CSA problems, and they want. That's another thing they're hung up on, is don't bring reproach on Jehovah's name. Like if you happen to be in a judicial committee, they would say that to you. You you brought reproach on Jehovah's name. So in other words, I was like, what does that mean? You know, well, it means that you made the organization look bad. No, I did not. The CSA problems make the organization look bad by not doing anything about it. It's like everything they do is opposite of what they should do. It's like, they're not very bright, I guess.
Right.
The ones in charge, of course. I'm only referring to them. Well, thank you, Esther. Appreciate that. You guys are well versed.
Oh yeah, thank you. Oh yeah,
I know a lot of people in here are really.
The Cayman Islands has a lot of money tied up. I have someone who's distantly related to me. His name's Roger Reeves. He was one of the biggest smugglers in American history. He's the one that hired the guy everybody talks about. They made a movie out of. But Roger had a bunch of money. He took in a plane to the Cayman Islands, and they stole his money. Eventually, he took a whole plane full of money, like millions of dollars, down there and put it in the bank. It's been going on forever.
Mm-hmm. Jane, you said Jehovah's Witnesses need to stop shunning, let people celebrate birthdays, stop the preaching. They can have Jehovah's Witness members sell videos, stop letting JW adults go over Bible story books. That is what they're doing now. Yeah, I do think that would be nice if they would stop the shunning and let people celebrate birthdays. But I don't know if that will happen or not. It will depend on whether or not it's financially advantageous to them. Because that's what they really care about in the men. And they care about the money and the control.
No, wait a minute. The people from Sodom and Gomorrah are not going to be resurrected. Wait a minute. They are going to be resurrected. Yeah, no, they're not going to be resurrected. Yes, they are going to be.
Yeah, they flip-flop on that one a lot.
Wait a minute. I think they are going to be now.
Give them a chance. Give them a second chance.
Yeah. You're like, oh, how many times have they done that? I'm like, I Googled that one time just to see it. It was
how
like
many
crazy.
Times was it?
I give up on it. It was so many since Noah to now. It was like 20 times at least.
Stop the restrictions on blood transfusions. None of their business anyway. Health privacy. Yeah. Let Jehovah's Witnesses go to the gym and have hobbies if they want. Oh, that's another thing. You're not supposed to go to the YMCA. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and
we weren't ever. That was a big no.
That I studied with. He used to be a karate instructor and have his own dojo when he was disfellowshipped.
Martial arts. You can't do that. God, there's so many things.
And I had a friend of mine tell me how good he was at it. And he gave that up when he went back and got reinstated. I was like something he loved and cherished.
Yeah, I mean, and then why can't you go to the YMCA? Okay, because it's a Christian association and you're not supposed to associate with Christians or anything Christian background. It's silly. Like, why they make up all these silly rules?
Yeah.
And then, like, why you can't. Martial arts is literally self-defense. You can learn it to defend yourself. It's helpful. So it doesn't have to be. It's not a violent sport. It's just self-defense, and it is considered a sport as well. So, I mean, you're not going out there and like doing permanent damage on people.
True.
Yeah, Jeff, you said, not gonna lie, I saw convention photos of brothers in beards and no ties. I thought they looked lame. They don't even look serious anymore. I know. Yeah, it's true. Like when I see them, I'm like, man, they look worldly. I'm like, what happened to the witnesses? They don't look clean cut and, nice suits anymore. They just look all like trashy.
Thank you, Esther. Esther says we're so well versed in this group in the chat.
Yeah. No, I'm just joking. But it is kind of just strange to see them look like that.
Yeah.
And it's not something you're used to seeing. Yeah. So it is kind of funny.
Yeah, think about it. You spent your whole life in there from a little girl all the way up until, 7 years ago. And that's a lot of change. That's a lot of change this past 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
Seventh-day Adventists look more legit. JWs, but also under their own mind control. Yeah, that's true.
Who is that?
Reslov was there. Ray Franz. Yeah.
So the Seventh-day Adventists look more legit than Jehovah's Witnesses, but also under their own mind control. Del Radslaff was their Ray Franz. His video, The Three Adventist Doctrines That Comprises the Gospel, was good. Wow. Yeah. So that's great. So we do have people who leave. I mean, their religious views, they have some similarities with Jehovah's Witnesses, although I don't think that they shun anymore, do they?
No.
Yeah.
But Homo sapien said the beards make them look like any other pastor in Christendom.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
I love the Christendom word.
Right. Christendom. Like, you can't tell them apart from any other religion, So, but they were always would pride themselves into being different than other Christian organizations. Well, if Christendom does it, we won't do it.
Yeah.
And that's what they were hung up on. On the 4th of July, the Jehovah's Witnesses were on my street going door to door. Oh, okay. Well, we know they weren't celebrating that.
But a lot of them go see the fireworks.
Yeah. I mean, I went to see fireworks, even though I didn't never actually do any fireworks, but I would go and watch them.
You went to haunted house too.
Yeah, I love haunted houses. Those were fun. Doesn't mean that I thought it was possessed in there.
You didn't buy that in the yard sales, did you?
Sometimes, but I do remember they did tell us about be careful about what you buy, because there could have been like a witch that owned it, So you had to be careful about what you buy. I mean, yes, we did get some things, but I don't think it was like all the time that we would get stuff.
No turkey on Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah,
What?
No turkey on Thanksgiving. I know. You could celebrate Thanksgiving on a different day.
The day after, when everything's on sale.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe they were toasting. I know.
By growing up here, but it doesn't work out. I hear you, Jay. Yeah, he can't even do that anymore. They take everything away.
Oh, they could just sell JW birthday cards and they could print them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell them they can make money. They'll
be
in.
Make money about it. Yeah, they should. They should do that.
Tammy G, welcome.
Yeah. Thank you for joining in, Tammy.
Yeah, there is obviously a large amount of people leaving. I mean, astounding amounts. Like I tell people every week, if you go to any Kingdom Hall, I don't care where it's at, and you walk in and look around and see how few people are left, it's ridiculous. You got your older people there, a few young ones, not like it was when I was studying, but now it's a few, and then everybody's gone. That's it. And then it's slowly dwindling itself down. Yeah. And when the older ones die off, I think we're seeing the last breath of it.
And they do have the JW stationery. That's true in Pence. I have seen that there is a website. I actually used to buy stuff on there. And so there is some, but it's a limited what you can really use.
Happy thoughts. Thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you. Thank you.
I know in the UK
it's
getting kind of late. It's like 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, dear.
You have a great week, and we will see you next Sunday.
Definitely. Always good to see you here.
Yes. My cousin came out as lesbian, and my Jehovah's Witness aunt and uncle threw her out of the house and turned her into the elders. Wow, that was really harsh.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know. And I guess they shunned her.
Yep. Oh, happy thoughts.
I'll tell you what's scary. Walking past the governing body photos at Bethel with the lights out. Oh! That would be. That would be like, especially the ones who have died. I'd be like, oh, are they haunting this place? I wonder. Oh, that would be funny. Especially Nathan Noor or Frederick Franz or Rutherford. The harshest ones. You're like, ah.
Oof. Man.
Yes. That would be funny.
Jane Spitfire, yuck.
Yeah. This latest update has actually
It
made
stops.
my
It's gonna
dad
make
question
the
things.
JW
Oh,
birthday.
really? And that's saying something. Yeah, Pep, exactly. I think that's good. I think it could definitely backfire on them.
Yeah.
I mean, at least with some people, because some are going to be like, I don't care, whatever. I'm not going to question. And some people may start to be like, wait a second, what? Yeah.
Rutherford as a ghost.
Yeah.
That's a scary thought. He was well, I don't know. He was like, no, Nora's ghost would be even more scarier, man. Tony, oh.
Yeah, that's funny. Stoops is going to make the JW birthday cards. Now, I don't know who that is. Is that one of the governing body members now? I can't keep up with all of them. They keep changing.
I have been. How many times have you been to Warwick?
Warwick, I haven't been ever. I've only been to.
Oh, where'd you go?
I went to Brooklyn twice. No, wait. 3 times. I went to Brooklyn, Bethel, 3 times. I've been to Patterson, I guess 3 times on that one. And then I went to Walk Hill, I think a couple of times on that one. Never been to Warwick because that's a newer one. Now my mom's gone to Warwick, I think maybe once or twice now. And she sent me some pictures. And they have I think they have like a little setup there, kind of like a museum. I mean, I wouldn't mind going and taking pictures and all. But I don't know that I want to go all the way to New York because that's a long ways, unless I can fly.
So. Let's see. He's been to Warwick twice, and he helped build Tuxedo. What's that?
Tuxedo?
Yeah.
Was that like an assembly hall, maybe?
Unfortunately, I helped build Tuxedo. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, I know the Warwick. If I was still active, I would have thought twice about the toasting. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, he thinks I would have still been JW. I don't know. I mean, because there's so many things that just aren't adding up, but it's hard to say. If you have someone sharing with you, hey, guess what? They taught this, and this is what they teach now. And all of these things not adding up. I mean, if I had someone to share that with me a long time ago, I'm sure I would have woken up sooner, but I would have had to have someone help me figure that out.
Pillow fights, anyone?
I still want to know if Rutherford is buried under the garage at Beth Serene. Oh, yeah.
I really think he is, because that was mentioned by a couple of people that would have definitely known. And so I do believe that he is. And didn't McMillan even say that?
I don't know.
So I think that he actually is.
Okay. Well, then that house might be haunted.
Well, all he would want's young women and bourbon.
Yeah. You might hear a drunk in the house. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Spreading false information everywhere.
Yeah. He might be he'll grab your money, maybe.
Yeah, grab your money. That's what he'd want.
He was greedy. Yeah. It's true.
Yeah. He saw the money on the wall. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
Pillow fights. He was funny. Pillow game.
I can imagine, since the governing body gave married couples the green light in the bedroom, people will be like, they said we can do whatever. Oh, snap. Lots of bed breaking going on. I love it. That's funny. Oh, yeah, that would be a good one. Led's face coming out of the dark.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, that would be funny. That would be kind of scary. Yeah. With Rutherford, you just need to leave him a bottle of vodka and maybe some cash and let him watch Corn.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine Rutherford's ghost walking around Bethel, just going postal. What are all these beards?
Oh yeah. Oh my God. He hated beards. That's why they did away with it, because he hated them.
Oh, Jeff's been to Brooklyn, Bethel a few times. I've lived right there. But when Warwick was built, I had zero desire to go. I was questioning things, and they were pushing people to visit. Oh, okay.
Oh, Stoops was the
Jane
company
first saw
printed all the
that.
pioneer and preaching supplies. Oh, okay. I didn't even know that. Yeah, I did. I know this one website. Have you heard of this website called Madze? They print a lot of JW stuff. Like, I mean, it's just like on your own that you buy. It might be a calendar, or it's usually just like stuff that you might need for field service.
Information, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Give me back my printing press.
Yeah. They stooped that low. I know. Why do all the elders' wives always in everybody's business gossiping? Yeah. Well, actually, it's not just elders' wives. It's the elders themselves. They are the worst gossipers of all. So they're going to go and tell their wives, and they're not supposed to. But then the wives tell everyone else. So everybody knows your business, because it starts with the elders. So you want to blame the elders first. He saw that firsthand, the gossiping.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
With the elders, not the elders' wives.
Oh, guys, if you don't know, you got to hear this story. When I was studying with some elders, and they would come over and we'd talk, and I got to know them really well. And they would be like, oh, just wait till Thursday. We're going to have to announce it. This brother such and such, he did some inappropriate something, and we're going to announce his removal or disfellowshipping this coming Thursday. And it's like, hey, did you know that this person, they're going to announce, how do you know this? And I was like, oh, I got to see this. Sure enough, you're Thursday.
Yeah, and he was a Bible student.
Yeah, I wouldn't even witness.
Even an unbaptized publisher, and they're telling him this.
Yeah.
But because he's a man, I guess that's why, they felt comfortable with him. And
born with the right appendage.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And then of course they're going to tell their wives, and so then the snowball effect happens, and then everybody knows your business. And also, here's the reason why I believe the gossiping is so prevalent in that religion, is because they
got
are
nothing.
Miserable.
Yeah.
Okay. They have a lot of anxiety, and they have to do something with this anxiety. So in order to deal with anxiety, gossiping is one way to do it. And it helps them to cope with anxiety.
One of the things, if it was a sister, it was really bad, because they'd be like, oh, you got to hear what this sister did. And I was like,
yeah, because
I don't want to hear that. That's her. I was thinking in my head at this point, this is weird. I don't care who she slept with. It's none of my business who this lady slept with. Yeah, but you're going to tell it? That's crazy.
Little Joey came to say hello.
Here's our mascot. Hey, buddy. I love you too.
Yeah.
Give me a kiss. Yeah. Good boy.
The elder who studied with me used to talk about brothers and sisters while I was studying. Didn't sit well with me either. Yeah. But I do believe that's why they do it. It's because, it's misogynistic for sure.
Oh, here's a good one.
But it's because they have so much anxiety, and they have to find ways to deal with it, and that's one of their ways. I
asked Brother Hicks one time, was he just jealous because? Well, never mind.
But
I asked him, was he jealous because somebody was doing something he wished he was doing?
Oh, and what did he say?
No, blah, blah, blah. No, but you could tell. I was like, why are you telling this? It was kind of awkward.
Yeah. And well, I think a lot of it's because, again, it's just because they got nothing else to do with their time. They can't do anything except go out and field service and go to the meetings. Hey, baby. They can't even have a job they like. And, they're limited in their activities that they're allowed to do, like as far as sports. They can't do martial arts. There's a lot of stuff that they can't do. Can't celebrate any holidays. So it's kind of a boring life. Okay, here's Tammy G. I got an answer for you. Tammy G said, I wonder where the governing body had Charles Taze Russell's monument moved to, and why they erected it up there, up near his grave. Okay, this is really what happened. That monument was erected many years ago, and it was because he believed in pyramidology.
And he thought you could, if you read Thy Kingdom Come, there's a lot of stuff in there about pyramidology. He thought you could measure the pyramids and come up with taking the measurements and come up with a time of the end of the world and other important dates. So he thought that the pyramids was the Bible in stone, was the way he put it. So that monument was in dedication to him because of his teaching of pyramidology. And if you read, it had a bunch of different scriptures and stuff on it and thanking him and somebody else, but it was there, and it was to give his teachings of pyramidology. And he also had some weird idea that it was built for Adam, wasn't it? Yeah, Adam.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, all the reasons it was there, everybody knew it, and it was also had a Masonic symbol on one side of it. So the witnesses took it down and hauled it away and destroyed it.
Okay.
So it's done away with.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to erase their history. They don't want people to know their history. But the bad thing is it's been photographed and documented hundreds of thousands of times. People know it's there or was there, but they try to erase their history, just like all the books they used to tell people to burn. But those dummies forgot they were printed in the millions. That's like if they tried to buy all of Russell's and all of Rutherford's books today, as much as those things cost, they would be bankrupt trying to buy them to burn them.
Yeah.
So it's just ridiculous. Oh, we got some new
Yeah,
people here.
thank you. Yeah, Joey is cute, isn't he? He is the cutest little doggy ever.
So there you go, Tammy G.
Yes. So hopefully that explains things.
Joey is cute. Thank you.
Yes, he is. And oh yeah, the wife swapping. I have heard that too. That happened in my congregation with the wife swapping.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is that Jehovah's Witnesses pride themselves in how moral they are.
Those are the most immoral people I ever met. Jeez.
They're living in.
They're so sexually repressed, and that's what happens when you repress people.
They're living in an illusion, that they, and they also think that they're the only ones preaching, out there preaching the message, right? Well, here's the thing. They obviously don't know anything about other, we'll say, Christians, because that's what they're basing it on, right? That they're the only Christians preaching. They're not the only Christians preaching. They just don't know what other Christians do. And so they think they're the only ones out here doing everything right. And they're not even remotely close, because they don't do humanitarian aid. And the Christian churches do, and they don't. So what about that?
Somebody just
thank you, Esther. Treats for Joey.
Lord,
You
thank
are so
you.
Sweet.
She is the sweetest thing.
Oh, treats for Joey. Thank you so much.
The Pyramid of Russell's Grave is Proclaimer's book. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much, Esther. Treats for Joey. We will definitely give him some treats.
Well,
yes. So here is an interesting message that I received of someone who is a Jehovah's Witness, still believing and justifying. And so some videos were shared with this lady, and she's like, I'm not going to watch it. And so here's her excuse. She says, there are three sides to every story, mine and the Jehovah's, who sees everything. The thing I ask myself is, who really is doing what Jesus and Jehovah had instructed us to do? How about preaching from door to door? Really, that's your big argument, defense? Preaching door to door doesn't work. And what are you preaching? A message of doom? Or how about living a clean moral life? Yeah, how about that? Because that's not happening with the witnesses. Or how about customs that are entrenched in pagan origins? Right, pagan origins. Nobody gives 2 cents about where the origin came from. you have to ask yourself, who are showing love to their neighbor? Well, it definitely isn't Jehovah's Witnesses. And who wants us to not do what Jehovah wants us to do? Satan is misleading the entire inhabited earth, and he wants us to get caught up in this false truth. I won't watch these. I have seen ones in the past. I know how Jehovah's organization works and how these things are untrue. Yeah, right. Okay, so this is the kind of delusion.
Oh, good morning from Australia.
Well, this is the delusion you see with the witnesses. And some people, it's hard to wake them up. But that's why I say throw tidbits at them. Who's from Australia? Okay, thanks for joining in. Yeah, good morning to you. Oh yeah, wedding rings. Another one that was a pagan origin, which Let mention that, and calendars. The calendars are based on Roman gods' names. So are we not supposed to do that either?
Days of the week. What do they do about that? Just quit using them.
Yeah.
Don't say that day.
Change the names of the days. Change the names of the calendar months. If you want to get technical.
Hi, Shaq. Hey, Sin. How everybody?
I have it in my last will that I want a 7-foot stone pyramid on my gravesite. Hi, Shaq. Yes. Thanks for joining in from Australia. Cinegame reviews. Yes, thanks. So, yeah, there you have it. You don't know how to wake people up sometimes. But I think if you just share a video, that's not going to work.
Miracle wheat.
Miracle wheat. Yeah. It's not going to wake someone up to just throw a video at them. You're going to have to share something you can prove false. In my personal opinion, it's 1914 and the UN. Start with that.
You know what we need to do? We need to come up with JW, Danishes, and hoagies.
Yes. Those were the best. I love them. I love their food.
Brand them. JW, Danishes, and hoagies.
Shasta soda.
Yeah.
They had the Shasta soda. Yeah.
Start selling it.
Yeah. It'll probably sell out.
And we'll call it magic, too. Yeah. Well, we'll call it
instead of the
healing.
Magic wheat.
It'll be healing.
It'll be, oh, yeah. Cult recovery food.
Cult recovery food. There you go.
This will heal your soul by eating it and drinking it.
Oh, I love it. Cult recovery food. We got to do that. That'd make a good T-shirt too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
The orange juice cups.
We could throw it. We could put on a T-shirt with the Danishes and the hoagie and the Shasta soda and be like cult recovery food for your soul.
I love it.
Yes.
Oh.
Has anyone seen the article about tonsillectomies in the Golden Age? I have not seen that.
The proper
Jeff,
time.
you got to share.
I haven't saw that. No,
I haven't either. You're gonna have to share that one. So, the Bible students still exist. That's true. We actually have some of their literature, which they follow Charles Russell. And so would they be considered a cult, would you say, Jay?
Oh, yeah, that wild-looking Denmark assembly hall. It has the Masonic shape, all the Masonic symbols on it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
No doubt. That would be a good one.
Danishes could be shaped like that. That'd be good. So do you know if the Bible students shun? Because they do still exist.
No. They don't shun. Russell never shunned.
Right. Yeah.
No, that's all. That was all Noor.
Are they considered a cult, though? Like high control? No.
I really don't think. I mean,
I don't think they're a cult. I think that
their
doctrine is just like kind of that numerology nonsense still, right?
Right, but I mean, they don't seem to be harsh people. Russell wasn't a harsh person. He would look. Russell would not be a Jehovah's Witness. They would have him so kicked out and removed. It's not even funny. Yeah. Because there's a lot of things that he believed that he would not believe, that they do not believe today. And he was hardcore about a lot of them. One of them was birthdays. One of them was Christmas. His favorite holiday was Christmas. He was never going to give those up. Now, he was good with the money thing. Now, they had that in common. He was a shyster. But as far as, no. Russell is not. Ugh.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, so the Bible students still exist. We bought some of their literature. I just think that
Right.
it's
Yeah,
just
they're not
what
nothing
they
like Jehovah's
teach
Witnesses,
is
though.
a little cuckoo, but it's not a cult. I
Well, I mean,
guess, right?
cuckoos. They're. I mean, it don't harm
It
nobody.
isn't.
I don't think.
Yeah. Okay. So that's
I
fine.
don't
So
think it's
maybe it's
harmful
not
like
cuckoo.
Jehovah's Witnesses is harmful.
I don't know. I just know
Yeah.
that they still exist and they're a small group of people. So, so some XJW websites said they were going to post posters of the websites and then scan with their phone and send it to JW History, hoping to wake up young ones.
Okay, Jay says
Yeah,
they do
that's good.
shun, but it's very rare and not for very long. Okay.
Okay. So they do still shun. Oh,
Okay, so
that's
I'm
too
sure it's
bad.
nothing harsh because they don't seem to be very harsh people. So, I've read a bunch of their literature and it seemed to be quite tamed. Jehovah's
Yeah.
Witnesses are harsh. I mean, they take away people's families. They don't give. They want you to work your tail off and do everything for them, work, study. Esther, really, you're so sweet, dear.
Well, Esther, thank you. Boom, great idea to have cult recovery food. I know. Yes, for sure.
JW, just wake up. Yeah, that's what it stands for now, Tammy G. You got it. They went from, they've lost so many members the past 5 years. It's ridiculous.
Yes. And then thank you so much, Esther. And then Pep, I like what you said. Russell, I guess he'd probably be happy about the beard update. How do I get out of this?
Where?
Just move this here. I don't know. Careful.
What do you want to move?
This here. It's in the way. No. Leave it alone.
I see what you're talking about.
Okay, there we go. I was trying to respond to your comment, Esther, but I don't know how to do it.
You've done it so far. Great every time.
Sorry, I'm not.
Do you think the entire cult will collapse? Yes, absolutely do. This is something that we've talked about multiple times. I've really done some deep research into this. I've asked people who have dealt with a lot of other things. Not want to get too much into that, but think of it like this: Jehovah's Witnesses are only worth a couple of $1 billion. Mm-hmm. Okay, if you take all their assets, everything together, a couple billion, maybe 2.5 billion, somewhere around there. And take a look at the Catholic Church, which, I assume they got to have $1 trillion at least. I mean, they've been around forever. They have 1 billion members. All the gold and everything that come out of Spain. I mean, they've got money. So, and they own a lot of stuff. All of those CSA cases that hit in Pennsylvania, New York, and those places, they're almost bankrupted those dioceses, did bankrupt some of those dioceses. They couldn't afford to pay everything, so they shut everything down, sold the buildings, paid off the people for the lawsuits. Jehovah's Witnesses have more CSA cases than the Catholic Church had against them. More. Actually, it's more than double the amount of cases they had against them. So think about this. So you got more than double the CSA cases, and you're smaller by fractions of times smaller than the Catholics were, with only a 2.5 billion coffer setting aside. So you don't have the money. What's going to happen when all those hit? They already just paid out 35 million. Well, they say non-disclosed, but 35 million in Montana, and then whatever else they're paying out. So you can only pay 35, 40, 50 million to so many people. 2.5 billion don't last. And then what happens? They go after your assets and put liens on them. When they put liens on the assets, the organization folds and it's done.
Okay. I like what you said, Maverick. Did you see the aerial view of a Watchtower owned site in Silkeborg, Denmark?
Yes.
The pyramid with all-seeing eye. Here it is.
Yeah. It's the
creepy
Masonic symbol. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that's owned by Watchtower, apparently. So, yeah. Which we know their history and the with the what is the Masonic symbols? Or they were involved in that. Which is I guess it's kind of like a cult too, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I don't really know.
Mason's been around a long time.
Yeah, they've been around forever, but it's kind of a strange group, I guess. So
Let's see. Curio Cage. Oh yeah.
Um, uh, okay.
I mean, just think about it. Jehovah's Witnesses are a fraction smaller. The Catholic Church couldn't handle lawsuits. You know, JWs have way more lawsuits, and then they're going to lie in court and get more lawsuits pressed against them on top of those lawsuits. So it's just going to be, you know, they're going to try their theocratic war strategy. It's going to backfire on them because everybody knows now.
Yeah, Jane says that there is less than 1% JW members in the world, and growth is really slow.
Yeah.
Yes. And ChatGPT says, Shaq says, that Jehovah's Witnesses will face a major decline over the next 10 years unless they make significant changes in the doctrine and face an uphill battle with legal issues.
Right.
Yeah, that sounds true to me as well.
Yeah, and it's done. I mean, it's what we're seeing as their last breaths.
Now, how many years? Oh, 10 years is what ChatGPT says.
I think it's shorter than that, but I mean, it's the legal system runs like
It's
a snail.
very slow. Yeah.
So, you know, it could be that long, but it will happen. And people don't want to believe it because they were in it and they think it's bigger and better because you're told it was bigger, better, brighter than it really was. But and $2.5 billion, even anybody would think sounds like a lot of money, but it really isn't when you're facing thousands of lawsuits with millions of dollars.
Yeah.
You know, and not just a few million. We're talking 30, 40, 50 million. That's a lot of freaking money. Not only that, all the sanctions that the states imply on you after that to report and record every instance that happens. Then on top of that, the other countries that's going after them for it. So it's ridiculous. They're done.
Yeah.
It's just now they're just trying to figure out how to try to do damage control to save what they can, but it's too late. And then if they try to act as a religious organization after they fall, then that's illegal because then they go against the law because they're supposed to be shut down. And then they get themselves in a RICO trial, and then they really got problems. In a racketeering trial for hiding money and moving things around and claiming something they're not a good thing.
Carrie Occasion says, congratulations on your channel's growth. Thank you so much. We
Thank
really
you.
appreciate that.
Man, it just took off. It's like crazy.
AI is amazing for instantly destroying JW doctrine.
Yeah, it is.
It is. And I think that's what's helped a lot of the witnesses to start waking up. I believe there's more out than in that religion right now.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you love hanging out with us, Carrie Occasion. Yay! Well, we
not
love
against
hanging out with y'all
Watchtower.
too.
They couldn't. Here's the way that would work. Watchtower folds. They don't have the money to pay out for all their lawsuits. They have to fold the club down. Well, they can't use that anymore because if they try to, then that means they're shifting money around. They're hiding their assets. They're hiding what they had. And then that's where it can come in and get them because they'll be acting as an organization or a criminal organization with their money. And it would be easy to prove. And then they got them. They'll just destroy them.
Yes. If I agree with you, Jeff, when you said it's going to be heartbreaking to see the old timers wake up to the organization. They gave up a lifetime of everything for Watchtower. And I can see this happening soon. Yes. They gave up a lot of stuff. I mean, they gave up their future. Some of them opted not to have children. Some of them didn't get married. Some of them did not go to college. Most of us didn't. And then, you know, they tell you not to even plan for retirement because what would you need that money for? So then you have all these old people with no money because they didn't create their retirement.
Here's the thing, though, when it does fold, those old people, I don't know what's going to happen with them. Like her mom, it's going to drive them insane. It will hurt them so bad. I'm telling you, it's going to be sad to watch. But here's the other thing. It'll be the best thing ever happened to them in the end.
Yeah. If they can handle it.
Yeah. And if the Jehovah's Witnesses, the name will never be able to use again because if you can't pay the lawsuits, you have to sell everything, shut everything down, and you can't pay it, then the name is done. It's toast. Can't ever be used again. The members, the people who were in charge, the governing body, can never practice anything under that name again or any other name. They are still liable. So it's done. Yeah.
I like what you said, Dallas. Watchtower. And Artsy Kim, love your channel. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Jay says Ramapo should be almost done, but it's barely started. And you know, I wonder, like, once they finish all that, are they going to have anybody left to keep it going?
That's what I'm saying. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, because they're spending all this money But that was another thing. They spent all this money
Well, I
in
know
their
what they're doing.
audio visual. They're trying to
They're trying to turn it
rebrand
into, they're
into
rebranding this thing. That's exactly it.
like making it like more televangelist style, which is what they would
Just take a look.
always say no to before.
That was the worst video they ever done for the convention, the Jesus convention, the pure worship, the Jesus video. But it was the worst message. The quality of the video was killer.
The quality of video was good, yes.
And they're only getting better. And so that's the direction they're going, but it's too little too late. And they don't see it. But that video is really going to bite them in the tail in the courts. Don't listen to nobody but us, basically, is what it said. Because everybody else, apostate, evil, the devil.
Born JW says most of the JWs I've run into lately look mad and grumpy.
They do. Yeah. That's true.
Well, they've been.
Even your mom was having an episode the other day when you talked to her about something. Oh, the toasting. You asked her about the toasting. She just wasn't.
She just seems like confused.
Yeah.
On it. But, I mean, also, they were expecting Armageddon to have come and passed and be in paradise by now. And it's not here yet. And I'm sure they're just wondering, like, why is it taking so long? So, and then all these weird changes like that, like the beards and the cheers and beards and cheers.
Yep.
Beards and toasting. And then not counting time and all that. There's more out than in. Yeah, possibly. Yeah. Watchtower changes the JW name. Bible students or end of times. Yep. They'll have to change their name if they end up losing the lawsuits that they have. Imagine 20 years from now, people explaining to someone what Jehovah's Witnesses were like when they were around. I know. It's like, well, when I was growing up, this is what Jehovah's Witnesses were. This is what they taught. This is what they believed. And even today, it's not like that. Imagine another 20 years go by. What will it be like then, if at all? And then you'll be like, eventually you'll find Jehovah's Witnesses in the history books. Yep. It'll be on the History Channel. Here were some cults that existed 50 years ago.
I was insulted when I saw the dollars they're spending in upstate New York. Like they couldn't pay half of that dollars into the developing countries. Yeah, true. Talk about unloving and tone deaf. You absolutely correct, Jeff.
Yeah. They better invest some money for audiovisual in Africa. Yeah, to hedge their bets. Exactly, Born JW. That was another thing I thought about is like they're spending all this money in this, great facility, but the brothers and sisters or Jehovah's Witnesses in Africa don't even have a roof over their head for their conventions. Send some money to them. I want my father to admit he was wrong before he dies.
Yep.
But that would be nice. Yes, my sister and her family are obsessed by Watchtower and Jehovah's Witnesses. Oh, no. Who else thinks maybe Watchtower is purposely putting their Bethels in areas known where I think was associated with the witch trials or near them? Oh,
that's pretty cool.
I don't know. That would be an interesting theory. I don't know. I think it just has to do with wherever they can get affordable land.
Yeah. I know that's also associated with a lot of the revivalist or resurrectionist. The churches are sprung up from the resurrectionist movement because it's right in that area. The Mormons, the Jehovah's Witness, Church of God, Seventh-day Adventists, all those come out of that area.
Okay, so maybe that's what it is. It's just old.
I think there's a bunch of witch stuff come out of that area too. So I think they're right. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe it's haunted.
Could be. That's that whole that whole what was it? Resurrectionist or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's just
the whole movement of that happened.
Yeah. It's very old. I guess bad history.
Yeah. That's where they wanted to change the religion.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What do they call it? Revival. No, not revivalist. Forget what they call it. I said it a while ago.
I feel like their new light is only changing their old light. Is there any new light happening? Yeah, that's a good point. Is their old light, their new light is changing, is only changing their old light. Yeah, but there isn't like any actual new information. That's true. They're just adjusting their thinking on what they used to believe about a certain subject. Is true though. It doesn't seem like nothing new. I mean, yeah, nothing new. Yeah, and it doesn't make any sense, Jane, what you said. Watchtower makes movie studios and end of world coming. That's true. It doesn't make sense to do that because they're still stuck in the doomsday thing, right?
Unless the JWs in Africa are leaving. Yeah, they are. I saw that.
Oh, so a lot of JWs in Africa are leaving?
Yes.
Well, good. And they don't really have access to internet as easily.
A lot of Spanish in Spain. The country of Spain are leaving too. We had an influx of them just joined our channel, which is really weird. We had a lot of Filipinos join. Did you notice that?
Oh, yeah.
In all of Europe and the United States and Canada. So a lot of people all over the world just joined within a short
When you
time.
no longer represent what you said, I'm no longer obligated to you. Exactly, CJ.
Yeah.
So why hold me to it? Why keep me stuck in something I don't agree with anymore?
Yeah.
That's just silly. Imagine how much cheaper it'd be to operate a headquarters in Africa or the Philippines. Yeah, it'd be a fraction of the cost. Yeah. They have a very narrow world view and their decisions show. I know.
If so many people in Africa and the Philippines are leaving, though, I mean, that's where they were saying they had growth. So what's going to happen?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
But also he was just saying that the headquarters could be in another country because it'd be cheaper.
Oh, yeah, it'd be way cheaper. They should do that.
It would make more sense to do that, I guess.
Yeah. But regardless, if it's in the States and they're in the States, they're going to have to face it up. That's
Yeah.
If they move out of the States, that would just shut them all down because the government would take over the buildings if they couldn't pay the fines, the penalties.
Right. So Shaq says that the organization is investing $22 million on sound and visual equipment in Africa. That could buy so much fresh water and canned food.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could, but they don't care about helping people.
Yeah, they don't care if people die or not. We'll see them in paradise.
That was another thing.
Maybe. Well, wait a minute.
Well,
I might not even make it.
They,
jeez.
And do you remember JT went one time? He mentioned on exjw Critical Thinker, about the brothers in Africa. They were having to like go across crocodile infested waters to get to the Kingdom Hall and stuff like that, and they were trying to make you feel bad, of course.
Yeah.
But really what it was is they were just basically hyping it up and making it sound worse than it was, so that you would feel guilty. Well, hey, I'm driving to the Kingdom Hall in an air-conditioned car. I have no excuse for missing, when this person over here is walking 10 miles to get to the Kingdom Hall in crocodile infested rivers.
Esther,
but this is how everybody would travel. And I don't, again, they hype it up and make it sound like it's a lot worse than it is. But it's always just about guilt tripping you into not doing more for the organization. Yeah. So that is the problem with them. They just want to keep the JW machine going. Yes, exactly.
Hester, you still on here?
Not sure. Yeah. So Watchtower is for profit corporation and JW fake religion is just one of their business. Yeah. It's all about making money and making the organization look good, But that's the thing is, again, they have that twisted. Oh, I guess they have that twisted, of course, because their whole view on the reproach on Jehovah's name and not bringing reproach on to the organization is backfired on them, of course, because of the CSA problems because of the shunning issues, because of not helping people who need help in their own religion, right? So
Watchtower,
they're very unhelpful people and very unloving. And they say they claim to be the happy and loving people when they're just the opposite of what they claim.
Yeah.
I wish we could make up more people. Yes. How do you think? August 1st through 3rd, exjw convention will go in
What is that?
Tewksbury, Massachusetts. Yeah, that, I mean, I know I heard about it, and I think it's great for people who want to participate in that. I don't think that's a protest, though. I think it's just a convention. But we do have to kind of put our heads together to help people wake up. And again, I think the best way to wake people up is to throw tidbits of information at them. But it doesn't always work. It's just
Rick Farron,
you have to be careful how you present it.
I always forget to mention Rick Farron too. Thanks, Jay. He has a really good channel. He does the podcast and stuff. Really good. He has all the screens and stuff up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. The governing body can't even justify spending $100 on a web camera, let alone 22 million, with all the crap they put out on videos. That's true. The young governing bodies have no idea of life outside of that work. Oh, wow. Even when you hear them speaking, you can tell they have no real world experience. Yeah, I mean, they keep you in a bubble, and then you're kind of naive to the world.
Okay, so Jay's, it's 3.5 hour drive to that thing that Rick Farron's doing.
Is that the one, the exjw convention?
Yeah.
3.5 hours from you. Okay. Well, that's not bad.
God, we gotta do something about these commercials.
So I guess I have been a persecuted JW. Yes, exactly.
Yep.
That's another thing they're hung up on is persecution. They are not persecuted like they claim. And yes, I know that bad things have happened to Jehovah's Witnesses, like in Russia.
Oh, cool.
But it could be avoided. Like a lot of this is like brought on themselves. They could avoid it. But if you just sit here and say, look, I don't want to be Jehovah's Witness anymore, then you're persecuted they cut you out of their life, which is really kind of like a form of persecution. And some people, some people have it even worse than that. Like if they have a job where they're working for Jehovah's Witnesses, and then they end up getting this fellowship, they'll get fired. So I mean, it can cost them not only their family, but their job sometimes. It does happen.
Jeez, that's ridiculous. That's harsh.
Yeah, it's really harsh.
Yeah. They're harsh people, though, I have to say.
Yeah. And it may not happen in every situation, but like if you're deemed an apostate, they definitely will get rid of you.
The problem is, though, when you take people like that have those views and you give them that power, man, it creates a monster. And that's why these elders are really so bad.
Yeah.
Because it makes you feel sorry for them rather than have any anger or anything. It's more feeling sorry for them and just hoping that they wake up, which flusters you, but all you can do is try to wake them up.
Okay. So it's not a protest for the convention, right?
Quebec?
It's just speakers. Okay. Thanks for clarifying. Yeah, I didn't think it was, but I wasn't sure.
Most JWs are workers, not business owners, LOL. True?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's true. And they might have like a private business, like maybe the window washing, and they might have a couple guys working with them. So it might be like a small business sometimes. They might work alone or with someone else.
Yep, glad to see Quebec's here.
Yeah. Quebec, thank you so much for joining in. Most Jehovah's Witnesses are workers, not business owners, you said. Okay. That is so true. What they failed to say in that Watchtower article was that everyone also living in that town had to also cross the crocodile-infested river. Yes. I guess technically they weren't lying. That's true. Exactly. But they want to hype it up like, oh my goodness, look at these people over here. They are not unique. They were.
Yeah.
Everybody was doing the same thing. It was the same way of travel.
I feel pity, not anger for that shit. Absolutely, 100%.
Yes, we feel pity too. We definitely
Yeah.
do. And we don't.
For the JW
We don't
stuck in.
feel like they're to blame at all. I mean, I was one of them.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think that they're bad people.
No.
I just think that they are misled.
I met some good people there.
Yeah. The only people
Just
who I do
badly
think
misled.
who know what they're doing would be some of the governing body members. I'm not sure if the new ones know what's going on, but the ones who've been in a while
You
have to
remember
know.
Philip, the elderly man that was elder?
Yeah.
I think he was semi-awake. I just think he just didn't want to be.
Well, he said, so we knew this guy who claimed that he was his fellowship for apostasy several years before,
Yeah.
and that he was married to a Jehovah's Witness, and they never divorced, and then somehow he got back in and believed in it and started back and got reinstated and
Was
no
an
longer
elder.
no longer was an apostate.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, it's hard to know what these people really think because they're not going to be able
Well,
to
he
tell
didn't
you.
act like. I mean, he give you mixed messages, so it was kind of like you don't really believe. You're just trying to hold your family together.
Yeah. So that could be a big motive there. Obviously, it is a lot of times. Yeah. Well, I do think they're good people. But how many of the governing body members know what they're doing?
I would say, with the exception of Crazy Tony, I would say they all do. Tony Morris really believed it, man. You can think what you want, but that man looked sincere.
That's why they got rid of him.
I think that's why he drinks so much.
And that's why he's no longer governing body member, because he believed in it.
Yeah.
But the other ones, I do think that they know what's going on. Yeah, an apostate that got reinstated. Yep, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He's the ultimate sleeper agent.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I mean, but then you wonder, how much of it did he really believe in? And also, a lot of it was
he was
motivated for his wife.
Yeah.
His wife was still a JW, but then she passed away.
Yeah. Well, then he remarried a younger woman who was a JW.
Yeah. So then I thought, oh, he must have gotten rebrainwashed or something.
Yeah. That could happen.
Well, it depends on how much you don't believe, right?
But you take a look at your niece, your half niece, whatever you want to call her.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
She goes back and she gets rebrainwashed. I mean, I'm sure she did.
Yeah.
And it happens. It really does, because she went back to make her son happy.
Yeah.
And look at what happened. She started listening to that crowd. And once you've been a part of it, it's easily to slip back in. So you have to be careful. You have to be on your watch. But deep down, she knows better. But
I think what it is if you don't do your research, you're going to be more susceptible to going back to it. You have to do your research. You can't just say, okay, these people suck and I'm out. Yes, that does work too.
Oh, yeah, the governing body knows.
I do think you need to know the doctrines and what they teach and how it's not true, at least the certain ones that aren't true. And that's how you would stay out. And because like me, I would never ever be able to be rebrainwashed.
If you don't think they don't know what they're talking, that they know it's a bull crap, just take a look at what they believe. They teach that, first of all, they're supposed to be divinely inspired, and before they do any new light, it's through Jehovah God. But they send it to people who are not anointed to review it and to look at all these watchtowers from 1879. They review watchtowers from 1879, and they all the way up to present. Now, remember this, from 1879 to present. Then they pray on it and make a decision. And I'm like, okay, if you're reading watchtowers all the way back to 1879, you know the lies that they've taught. Yeah. Jeez, because that's 180.
Jane, I got napkins that says "Party like it's 1975." I like that.
I love it.
Hope Jehovah's Witnesses is not waking up till 2075. Crazy crap. I know. It says a lot if a governing body left and exposed them, and says a lot. It says a lot. Exactly. Raymond Franz. I mean, if one of the governing body members wakes up, then why would anybody believe this? the leaders.
Yep.
You know, if the leaders are leaving, or at least one left, then why should you believe in it? The governing body hides in a tower. That's so true.
Yep.
I will stick to my apostate-driven truths. No.
Phone or computer.
I predict going to religious
Videos.
Jehovah's Witnesses. I predict going to religious videos for members and watch it on the iPhone or the computer.
That's correct. I think you're right on that. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yes, full of crap. That's for sure. I think people know it isn't the truth, but are able to bury those feelings in order to gain a sense of community. That's true. I think those of us who left just couldn't live with that. I know, because that's the thing, because they always are like, well, who else are doing like us, you know? And where will I go if I leave? Because I think they're all alone in the world, which isn't true. They just have to find a new community, and they just haven't. They're not willing to go that far.
Right.
Jehovah's Witnesses is a social club, and it feels like if it didn't have the JW religion, let's see.
Yeah. I love
if
that
not,
name.
They have JW religion, be scared and bored. Yeah, they would be.
Ooh.
I think that is the case for many, if not most. Mm-hmm. I was inactive for years, avoided thinking about it, went to college, in university, didn't let myself do research. So when family pressured me heavily, it messed me up, and I didn't do finals. Oh, man, that's terrible.
Ray Franz single-handedly condemned
the whole
path of the future governing body members by standing for truth and leaving.
Yes. So Raymond Franz, he got the ball rolling on that, and hopefully woke up a bunch of people, because even people today have, who are waking up and questioning, they're going to read his books. And even though he's passed away, he is still helping people wake up.
Yes, Jeff,
through his books.
Extrovert. I hate crowds. I don't mind not socializing with 80 people
every week. I know. Actually, I don't care for their so-called social activities, because they just gossip about you and judge you and make you feel uncomfortable anyway.
Well, good luck if you can find a congregation with 80 people every weekend these days.
Yeah, it's more like 40.
Yeah, or 25 to 40, yeah.
But it used to be like 80 to 100.
Yeah.
I wonder if they have a screening or initiation process into governing body to try and avoid another Ray Franz. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a good one.
Oh, sorry, Michael.
That's true.
I actually was reading it, Maverick, and I lost where I was, so that's why it sounded like it did. I was like, oh.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's fine. What I see here with my family is that it is just about socializing and not real truth. But why do they want to go there? I mean, I personally hated going to the Kingdom Hall, because I felt judged and gossiped and uncomfortable in that environment. It was torture. I hated it. I don't know why people would want to go to that. I just think it's because they don't know where else to go. It's just, that's all they know, so that's what they stick to.
Oh yeah, both of Franz's books were great. That is true.
Yeah, and most exjws do end up reading it, especially with they're just waking up.
There's some really good books that's printed by Rutherford that just blast Jehovah's Witnesses today. That they believe that he's like so great for the organization. They need to read some of his Millions Now Living Will Never Die, The Harp of God, the original version, not the 10 reprints, but the very first one, and the Our Lord Returns. Return.
So Jeff, you said that there was a Japanese edition of Crisis of Conscience. Sorry.
Oh, you don't bite him.
Dogs.
We got company.
So that's really cool that there was a Japanese edition of Crisis of Conscience.
Hold on.
What?
Somebody's here. My son's here.
Sorry.
Hold on. No, and you let Joey out. Joey bites.
Sorry for the interruption there. Okay. So I think there are like 10 to 15 XJWs who wrote books. Yeah, there are a handful, and I think that they're definitely good to read because it can help people cope with all that. The new JW broadcast for July is a sister who talks about her JW husband taking his own life. Oh yes, I did see some of that, and but that's another problem with witnesses, is they have that problem. I can't say that word. Let's see. Unaliving oneself is a problem in the Jehovah's Witness religion. Again, it's because you have this sense of worthlessness. You don't feel worthy. You feel like you are not going to be able to make it in paradise. So then you don't have anything to live for because you don't feel like you're good enough. So then what do? Yeah. And then if you're an ex-Jehovah's Witness, or if you were disfellowshipped for something immoral and you can't live with the whole being cut out of your family because you still believe in the religion, what are you going to do? You know, that's another thing. And so that's another reason to end this cult, because it is so harsh on people. It's taking your family from you and your friends, then possibly even taking your own self from this life, and then making people feel like they don't have anywhere to go. So that's why these kind of communities are important to have. We develop a community of ex-Jehovah's Witnesses so we can support each other, so that we don't feel all of these negative feelings. And when you're still in that religion, you're not any better. People who are leaving are feeling bad initially, but you don't realize that you are going to feel so much better. Just give it time, because if you stay in that religion, you will be miserable the rest of your life. And me personally, I had obsessive thought disorder, and I read about that, and actually it is something that people who are in high control religious groups experience. They experience obsessive thoughts. It's like some sort of coping mechanism. And I was like, oh my gosh, I had that problem too. So crazy. So anyways, I'm rambling, but just trying to keep the conversation going here. And I like to hear what all of y'all have to say. Jay, you also felt that way as well, unaliving oneself. Kev X, Jehovah's Witnesses as a whole need a crash course on how to read the Bible in context. That's part of the problem. Yes, because that's the thing, is they cherry pick scripture.
Hey guys, I'm back.
Yeah, sorry, we had somebody come to the door, and that gets the dogs all riled up. Yes.
Did you hear all that?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that noise, the background. Blah, 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 blah.
Did you hear what I was going on down there?
No.
How'd you know who come to the door?
Well, we just heard. All I heard was some dog. The dogs were barking, and I heard some mumbling outside.
Oh, okay. Hey.
Yeah. Yes, the CPTSD is real. Let's see. Let's see. I know.
Don't let him back out.
I'm not really sure I know PTSD, but the C, I don't know what that word stands for. So I agree with all you're saying. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yes. No, it wasn't JW's at our door.
Yeah, no, I was wondering. I was going to ask you.
No.
Complex? Okay, complex. Okay.
I thought that it was my child, but think of who else knocks on doors.
Oh. It was a Mormon, right?
Yeah.
Another religious group coming to the door. That's okay. I know, they always come at the wrong time. Like, hey, we're busy.
That's another story, but everybody has their group they belong to. That was mine.
No. He wasn't really belonging to any religion, okay?
Yeah. I actually
So,
grew up studying religions. I went to a private school that was Christian.
Yeah, but he just liked to read up on a lot of different religions. They disfellowshipped a man for taking his own life. Yes, I did read about that in Brazil.
Dang.
Yeah. So, because they disfellowshipped him because they deemed him an apostate, and then he took, he did what he did. The Watchtower makes everyone look at themselves, and everyone with a magnifying glass. So yes, it makes us obsess on things and worry. Yeah. I definitely experienced that. It was hard. I really hated those feelings. I did not want to feel obsessed on thinking about something specific, and then I move on to something else and something else and something else, and I never could just rest my brain. But now I am free of that. Okay. Instead of one big event that caused wait, I'm sorry, Danielle. Hello, Danielle.
Oh, Danielle,
I am diagnosed with CPTSD. It's complex. Okay, I didn't know that. What makes it different from PTSD is its complex, meaning trauma from many different events, times, instead of one big event that caused trauma. Okay. Interesting. Yes. I know. And I'm, blame the religion on that.
Somewhat, sort of.
Huh?
I said I got caught up.
Oh, okay. Complex PTSD is when the trauma has gone on for many years. Okay. Yeah. So I'm sure we've all experienced that if we were in that religion long enough. We didn't even know it. I like talking to Mormons and ask thought-provoking questions. Yeah. I think it's good. And they would be more willing to listen. They're not going to run away.
Well, you can go to other churches and all that and be them. They don't care if you do, because they say you're going to come back to us regardless.
Well, they hope you will.
Yeah, but that's what they say.
No guarantee.
That's what I get. People's talking about, well, the Jehovah's Witnesses and Mormons, like, they're so different. It's not even funny.
Yeah. Every Watchtower study made us analyze, are you sure you didn't do this because of this, that, and the other? I know, like, always thinking that you're to blame for something. Anyone that has been a Jehovah's Witness has suffered PTSD trauma, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I know for me, I felt like I was going crazy. I mean, there were times I felt like I was going crazy. And then there were several times, I would say, well, a couple times, where I wanted to remove myself from this earth. And I think it's a problem with that religion, people in the religion. You are re-traumatizing yourself if you are going to endless meetings and reading their literature. Yes, I agree, for sure. And unless you can disassociate your mind from it, but It's hard to do that. I think it's our brain trying to do something to cope for the things you really couldn't question. Yeah, right, because we have free will and we can't use it. Not in that religion. I was diagnosed with a mental disorder. I was kept in a crisis center for a week. It was when I was still an active JW and questioning. It was actually part of my waking up process. Wow. Man. It's just so sad.
Wow, that's...
Did anyone ever feel to what is this? Hide? Oh yeah, hide from Jehovah's Witnesses at the door since you left. Oh yeah, I hide. I did, and it was kind of strange being on the other side.
I hate that she did, because I love it when they come by the house.
You know what's funny? I don't want to have a discussion. I don't feel I have the energy for trying to explain 1914 with them. I don't have the energy for it.
I just asked.
He does.
I love it because, I offer him a bottle of water. I'm really nice to him. And I'm just like, hey, it's like, I tell you what, if you want me to study with you guys and, work on the road to getting baptized, I will. I was like, but before I do that, you got to prove to me that your religion's true, or, whatever you're teaching is true. And I was like, could you prove a couple of things to me and we're good to go? And I'll tell them whatever I want. And they can't prove it. They usually leave and never come back, which kind of makes me sad, but I'm always killing them with kindness.
So back in the 80s, I remember that elders would talk about sisters wearing wigs as looking really, oh my God. I mean, they create even more nonsense and the governing body members actually say.
Mm.
It's like it confuses them. They just add more rules. So
They don't really knock on doors anymore, though.
RC Kim, you said that you had to answer the door since fading because they think you're just inactive. My JW elderly mom lives here. Oh, ugh.
Yeah, see, most people agree with you, Kara.
I would not answer the door if she didn't know that if they weren't home or something. I would be like, I gotta go, or I'd leave.
Oh, that's SDR.
Yeah. I just don't open the door. Yeah. I didn't care if the elders hear me. I would.
Most people agree with you, SDR. They just don't want to just deal with
it. The door. I don't answer the door. If I just don't want to deal with that because they're going to do what they want and they're not going to listen to you. So why bother? And they're there to judge you. I don't need that. Their responses trigger me. Yeah, because we know exactly what they will say next. That's true. Yes.
Well, time will pass with that panic attack. She answered the door. I was like, oh no, don't do it. If it does that much to you, dear, do not. It's not even worth it.
Don't answer the door. I know. If you can help.
Yeah.
If you need to avoid it, then do that. Yeah. When in California, some came to my door and kicked them out a pioneer and a CO. I told a bit. You were a bit sad after the divorce. She said, I do not care. Want to tell you about Jehovah. Oh, okay.
I had them recently.
Crazy.
Tammy G said, I had them recently come to my door and I mentioned to the young women about the ARC. Mm-hmm. And if they knew about the testimonies, I was nice to them. My object was to plant a seed. Yes.
Well, that is good. If you can plant a seed, open the door.
That's it. Just be nice.
That's what I'd say. Be nice. Open the door. If you want to go that route, be nice and plant a seed. If you have something up your sleeve and you can talk about, if you don't feel like you can do that, then don't answer the door.
Yes, born, I'd have a panic attack if I answered the door. Yeah, don't answer.
Mm-hmm. If they knock on my door, I will tell them they are in a cult and shut the door. They won't believe you. What's even more wild is individually Jehovah's Witnesses believe something different of what they think the organization teaches. Yes. And it keeps changing, I can't engage in a conversation at the door with Jehovah's Witnesses. It pains me to see them now because they look so sad and pitiful, but I can't say anything to wake them up. They'll wake up if they want to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's only if you can throw tidbits of information at them, then great, do it. And if not, you got to have a plan. You got to have a plan of action of what you're going to say to them.
We got to go eat.
And then, and I think that can work. And if not, then, best not to talk to them. I told my parents they were in a call. Oh my gosh, really? What did they say?
Wow.
I ask questions if I feel like engaging. Yeah, though I don't recommend PMOs do that.
So far.
I agree with you. Okay, so now Jay, I gotta know, what did your parents tell you? You didn't wake them up. Okay, did they shun you for that?
Wow.
The most I'd say is some things are bothering me, but I don't want to discuss it. Okay, that's okay.
No,
they're not shunning you. They just like, wow. Okay, they're just like, no, we're not. Okay, hey, would you like some ice cream?
Shaq composer 1914 is my favorite topic. Would you like some ice cream? I just caught that. Wow.
I know that's my favorite topic too. 1914. I worked with a Jehovah's Witness and told him about Beth Serene. Oh, that's a good one. And the failed history of the chronology. He was staring into space the whole time. He hasn't spoken to me. Wow.
Yeah, they don't want to hear it.
Hopefully you can wake him up. It's going to take some time. You should have been disfellowshipped a million times, Jay, but you weren't. Oh, well, you got.
Yeah, Jay, did they call you
lucky on that one?
I should have been DF'd a million times for apostasy. Yeah. I know, man. I can't believe
you're not.
I know.
Yes.
Because last week he said so. I was like, wow, man, this dude's not DF'd yet.
Yeah. I also ran into Jehovah's Witnesses from my old congregation at the laundromat. And I also mentioned to them about the ARC and the United Nations. And it was a mother and daughter. Planting seeds is the key. Be prepared. Yes.
Esther,
yes.
you hit the nail on the head
That
with
was
this
Tammy.
one. Oh yeah, she said.
And Esther says
they need the Christ. They need the Christ too. They have a demonic spirit of religion on them, and that is fact.
Yeah. So, but it's definitely set up in
Apostasy.
an evil way, you know,
Oh,
because
Tammy.
everything they do is so negative.
I also ran into Jay. Oh yes,
Jay, they don't want to let you go. I'm impressed. That is so true. Cheers, Jay. Time will pass.
There you go.
I know. Have you seen that
Cheers, Jay.
TV show about Jehovah's Witnesses? Everyone burns in year 2024 and 23. I haven't seen it. I have to go see it.
I know. That's like the third or fourth person. More
It's
than
called,
that.
Everyone Burns.
Yeah, we got to see this.
That, but I didn't watch it.
Last week they mentioned it to us.
I have to watch it.
Yeah.
Where is it at? Is it on Amazon, Netflix?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll Google it.
Google it, Spitfire says. Everything's Google it nowadays.
Yeah. Or ChatGPT, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I built half. Oh, wow. Kingdom Halls in New York. Poor guy.
Oh, wow. Let's see. Durley Lara Quee. I'm not sure about that. Thank you for joining in. We are a family of 5 and we all left the religion. Wow. How did you do that? Congratulations.
Wow. That's impressive.
We need to clap for that one.
Yeah, no doubt. Good
How
job.
long are we going to clap? Jehovah's Witness clapping.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what a great speech that brother give. He
at the assemblies, all you do. Oh man, my hands are hurting from all the clapping.
What a great assembly! It was so good. What was it about?
I don't know.
Oh no,
I forgot. I gotta go check my notes.
Yeah.
But congratulations, Durley, for you and your family.
No doubt.
Yes.
That's impressive, and thanks for joining the channel.
Yes, thank you. I wish I told that favorite elder about how there are 2 JW videos lying about 1975 currently on jw.org. Ooh, yeah, that would be good. Yeah. So now, Durley, are you and your family being shunned? I'd like to know that. And then we're going to have to end the chat here. But I want to know that, if you don't mind sharing really quick here, are you and your family currently shunned?
Oh, that's a good question there, Homo sapien.
You are not. Oh,
another. Good for you. Yay.
Another clap.
Yeah.
You got out. Mm-hmm. But I'm learning that it takes certain personality that naturally researches, but most people like to have their thinking outsourced to someone else. That is true. Yeah, everyone else
just
burns.
faded quite.
That's the name of the series about Jehovah's Witnesses, apparently. Oh, it just faded. Yay!
Nice.
Okay, that is great. Great, you were able to get out like that.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Shaq, for joining, and thank you everybody for
commenting. Everyone. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, hit the thumbs up because it helps our algorithms.
Yeah.
And
thank you, Jane. Thank you, Born JW. Thank you, Jeff, Artsy Kim.
Yes.
Esther M. You are amazing. Thank you, Jay. Time will pass. Maverick.
Tammy G. I like that, Tammy G.
Yeah, Tammy G. I love it.
Great job, guys. Thank you.
Thank you all for coming in today. If there's someone I miss, Kev X.
Yeah.
And let's see who else. Booker T. You did mention him.
Yep.
And Pomo Sapien.
I keep thinking the wrestler. Every time I hear that name, I'm thinking Booker T, the wrestler.
I love it. Zen Master. And
thanks again.
I think there was Danielle. I'm trying to go through everybody's name here. But thank you all for joining in, and we will plan to have another chat next
That's right. Look at these,
next Sunday, and it'll probably be around the same time. So stay tuned. And we're going to hopefully be posting some more videos this week.
Yeah.
All right. Well, y'all have a good week. Bye for now.
See you guys. Take care. Thanks for signing in today.
You're setting your alarm this time?
All right. Who said that?
The time will pass.
Oh, there's somebody else. There's Zen Master.
Yeah, I did mention him.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Or her.
Yes. Thank you. Have a good week.
See you guys.